And the time we are waiting for is here. The NFL draft, the Christmas of the spring season, it is here. But first, before we get into anything, before we even get into first thoughts, I have a little video I play every single solitary year as Luca's out there celebrating. So
I don't know what he's celebrating. I have no idea.
He's celebrating.
I'm not celebrating. I'm fucking angry.
Oh, he's angry. All right. So he's
about what? Did the Jets trade or something?
Embiid and Dante just had words. Coach Ed's going to see it.
Yeah. But what's up to everybody in the chat? Hope you guys are well. Again, this video is processing, and then we'll actually get to our draft talk and our mock drafts too. So let's play it.
Sugats. I'm ready. What day is it?
Draft day.
I said, what day is it?
Draft day.
I said, what day is it?
Draft day.
I said, what day is it?
Draft day.
Who we talking about?
Njoku.
Njoku. Njoku. Njoku. Njoku. Trubisky. 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 Mel Kiper.
Mel Kiper.
Mel Kiper.
John Gruden. Mel Kiper. John Gruden. Mel Kiper. John Gruden. Mel Kiper. John Gruden.
Enjoy, everybody, because we only get this once a year. But
Yes,
that's a T. That should be a T.
I guess there should be a technical foul in the Knicks game, judging off of what Coach Ed is saying. But
Jacob with the good question: which hat's Mansell supporting tonight? How about this? No hats today. No hats.
No hats.
I went with the fresh cut, so I'm letting the cut do the work today.
All right. But with that being said, I'm going to throw it around for first thoughts. I'll start with Luca. I'll go with Coach, and then Brian for last.
Non-basketball, non-football thoughts, and Joel Embiid's a bitch. Football thoughts. I have my big board. I have my mock drafts. I'm excited for draft season. If whether playmaker or offensive lineman, go Jets. That's the way to go.
All right, Coach.
Let's look at that game. Sorry. It's just a good day. No matter what fan base you're with. I mean, getting young talent into the league. That's the first thing. You're keeping this league going. You're getting that, look, why you covering up the Yanks, man?
Well,
I'm messing with you.
Giants Day.
But you got your Yankees hat on too, right?
Yeah.
So I'm messing with you. I got you. You're getting young talent coming into league, so it's always exciting when you get stuff, when you have days like this. So keeps the league going, keeps it fresh. It energizes young kids to fight and grow. So, and as fans like us, no matter who you're rocking with, it's like, yeah, let's go. Let's get the talent in fan base, and let's try and get some more championships. Big Blue, let's go.
All right, Coach Ed is pumped. What's up, Brian?
What's up, guys? I'm actually excited for this. There's a lot of uncertainty in this, and I'll give you guys a bold prediction. You will not see more than one trade tonight. You will not see more than one trade in this first round tonight. I'm so serious. There's been so much smoke, and I just don't believe any of it. The most I'll give you is that you're going to see one of either Penix or Knicks get taken in the first round. One of them. The other one is going to be falling to the second for sure. But somebody's going to go in the first here between the two of them. But again, this is the best night of the year, There's so much in question for the Giants. The Jets should know what they're doing.
Yeah.
But if they don't make the decision I think they're going to make, I don't know what to say. But for Tampa, it's kind of, for me, I've been set since day one. I want Chop Robinson. If Tampa gets Chop Robinson from Penn State, I'm a happy man. We finally get the pressure we need. We get the big help we need on defense. And that's it. Yeah. But excited to see all the madness unfold.
Yeah. If you're new here, if you're even coming back, hit the like button, comment, and subscribe. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on YouTube. Subscribe again. Trying to reach 2,000. Brian Mansell Show. Follow it on YouTube. Follow him on Twitter. Coach Ed. He's got his Twitter in there. He's also got Coach Ed's Amazing World of Sports on YouTube. What's up to Jacob? Raph in the chat. We have Armin. We have Daniel Berry Sports, LA Yankee King, who's busting my balls about the Giants trading back, has been. Mitch was in here earlier. What's up to Mitch, Barbara? But we got an interesting night, and of course, everybody's gonna boo Roger Goodell. Now, I'm gonna be tuning in via an ESPN stream because there's no cable box down here, so I'll be behind or whatever. But I'm gonna
Oh,
I'm
no
gonna mute
NFL
myself
Network.
when the Giants pick. Now, he's not gonna come out and say, okay, the Bears are picking this. They're gonna say, okay, the Bears are on the clock. So, real quickly,
Is that Eminem on the stage right now?
it's very much yeah. That's Eminem. That is Eminem. So,
Okay.
Chops an edge. White's a linebacker.
Yes, we need to replace him because we don't have really edge. We took a
I don't
risk
have an
on
edge
Joe
person.
Troyanka after we won the Super Bowl, and he has not panned out. And we just got rid of Shaq Barrett, sent him to Miami, so now we need a real edge presence there.
All right. So here's what we're gonna do. We also have personal mock drafts. So I got like my mock draft for the Giants, but I also have my 32 team mock ready and up for myself, and I've actually done some trades with it. So I'm just gonna say pick one something. This is the team I have this guy going to. Now, of course, it's already available on Twitter, but nonetheless, I'm gonna go around. So I don't think this is even a discussion. Chicago is going to select Caleb Williams with the first pick. I think that's something we could unanimously agree on.
Mhm.
Okay. Brian, why are you looking like that? Busting my balls.
Of course I am. I was going to say, no, I picked J.J. McCarthy, but no.
Yeah. All right. Second pick, Washington, Jaden Daniels. How do we feel?
I agree with that. There's been a lot of discussion about it being Drake May. Recent days, I think that's lessened. Commanders have also said that they're more than likely staying put at 2. So 1 and 2 are pretty much locked to take their picks. I think Jaden's the better of the 2 anyway, but we'll see.
All right, Luca.
All right, let's see what number 3 has. Number 3, I have Drake May for number 3. I don't know if we just said that, but Drake May number 3. Who has Drake May at number 3?
I have Drake May also.
I have Drake May number 3 to the Patriots.
All right.
All right.
Coach,
Since that's
any defer or you agree?
As far as I think they're going to take Drake May. I wouldn't, on my personal opinion, I wouldn't. I'd go JJ, but
Okay. All right. Number 4, I have the Vikings trading with the Arizona Cardinals and taking JJ McCarthy.
I've been hearing that the Cardinals are not getting the offers they're looking for, and they're leaning towards staying at 4. So I think they stay and take Marvin Harrison Jr.
What's up to Brad? All right, so our first deferment there. Luca, what do you think is going to happen at 4?
Marvin Harrison, my personal opinion.
And Coach?
Marvin Harrison.
Okay, so I'm the only one that has the Vikings trading up. But that's okay. Being different is cool. And this is where we really start to get different, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Number 5 overall, I have, beside all this smoke and all this nonsense about the O-line, I have Marvin Harrison Jr. going to LA.
Okay. I have Malik Neighbors at number 5.
I concur with Sir Brian.
Joe
Coach?
Alt. Joe Alt.
Okay.
Mm.
All right.
It's between
the
those
next-
2. It seems like it.
The next pick, the New York Giants, I have them taking Malik Neighbors.
I have Rome. I can't say his last name. Romo
Dunze.
Dunze. I'm going to say.
Undunze.
Oh, Dunze. Okay. I have him. I've heard the Giants like him better and his temper. So I think it'd be big for them. They like his attitude and his commitment. So
Jesus Mess, what's up? Luca, you have Neighbors.
I have to align with Brian. I actually have the Giants taking Odunze.
Okay. Coach Ed.
Neighbors.
All right. Next one.
the Bears are on the clock officially. They are now at 10 minutes to go to put in their first pick.
All right. We have the
wonder who
soundbite
it'll
for the
be.
draft chime. So let me know when, the whole thing comes in.
I wonder who it's going to be. It feels like it's a
Yeah.
very difficult pick.
You could, they've only had to wait on this decision for what?
Got to be Bo Callahan. Got to be Bo
Gotta be
Callahan.
No, it's going to be a kicker.
It's gonna be could be a kicker, yeah.
It's got to be Garo Yepremian coming back.
Number 7 overall, I got the Titans staying and selecting Joe Alt, the first offensive lineman off the board.
Titans, you said?
Titans.
Okay, yeah, I got a Joe Alt as well.
Okay. Okay.
For the Titans, I also have Joe Alt.
Okay. Coach.
Shoshana.
All right.
Ooh.
Next, I have the Falcons selecting Jared Verse.
Dallas Turner.
Ooh, that's a good. Okay. You guys said for the Falcons, I have to agree with. I'm gonna say it's gonna be Dallas Turner.
Okay, so me and Brian are in concurrent. Coach.
Turner.
All right,
Okay,
Dallas
so
Turner.
that's actually a 3 out of 4 for all of us. So
I just think Turner's the better. It's more of what Atlanta needs. He's literally a perfect fit for their scheme.
All right. Next up, this could be a trade out spot for Chicago, but I have them sticking and picking Olu Fashanu.
I agree with that. I'd say Olu Fashanu here. Caleb expressed interest in having Olu there, his former high school teammate.
Yep. Luca?
I have the Colts trading up and taking Brock Bowers right in front of the Jets.
Ooh.
And I'll tell you this, it's like a similar scenario to last season where the Jets were like, it was everybody knows the worst kept secret that the Jets needed a tackle last year and the Steelers traded up with the Patriots and got Broderick Jones. Well, this is going to be the worst kept secret this year where the Jets love Brock Bowers. You know, Rodgers might influence a playmaker. And, you know, the Colts say, you know what? Or I should say, yeah, the Colts say, you know what? Let's go a couple spots up. We'll trade up for him. I have the Colts trading up for Brock Bowers. Not going to make some Jet fans happy, but who cares?
By the way, before we get to Coach Ed's number 9, I will say it is of course the NFL draft tradition that the first overall pick will always take all 10 minutes on the clock. But nonetheless, Coach, who do you have going to the Chicago Bears at 9?
Wrong.
Okay, Roma Dunze. That was actually something I was debating with, but nonetheless,
That would actually stack up their receiver room. I really like that.
Mm-hmm.
indeed. Next one is the Jets. I have them taking Brock Bowers.
For a joke, I would love them to take a kicker like Josh McCarty. I would love to see that from Stanford. But instead, it's definitely going to be Brock Bowers for me.
Since
Luca?
I have Bowers going at 9, I have Fashanu going to the Jets.
Good fit. I like that.
Okay, and Coach.
Bowers.
All right, in the same alignment. Number 11, the Cardinals via Minnesota. I have them taking Roma Dunze.
Cardinals by. Okay, I see
Look
what
at
you did
that
there. Okay, at 11, JJ McCarthy.
Okay, Luca.
I could not agree with more of that pick, Brian.
Okay, Coach.
McCarthy.
All right.
I just feel they don't need to trade up. It'll fall into their hands.
This one we might all agree on, depending on where you're at. The Broncos will take Bo Nix.
Ooh, wow. I'm going to be alone on this one. I have Terrion Arnold.
Okay.
I think Broncos are going to just stick with corner, and they'll probably go after a quarterback if he's lingering around in the second.
All right. Luca.
I have them selecting a I have them selecting a defensive player as well, but I'm going to go a different round. I'm going to say Leatu Leatu.
All right.
Ooh.
All right. Coach, who do you have?
Oh, damn. Sorry.
You're good. Don't worry about it. It's so stupid that they had them play on draft night.
Yeah,
How do you think I feel? The Panthers are playing the Lightning right now in hockey, and I can't even watch that.
But anyway, Coach, who do you got the Broncos picking?
Wait, Broncos.
12.
Oh, the surprise from me, Michael Penix.
Okay.
Okay.
I could live with that. What's up to Mr. Jonathan?
What's up, Johnny boy?
I'm going to move the thing to 15 likes in a second. Next one, Raiders. I have them going Kenyon Mitchell.
This is where I get interesting. Michael Penix.
You know, I have a little teaser later on, but I'll shut up.
I think
Luca?
Penix with the Raiders makes sense. He would really do well with the coach and with Vegas. I think he would do really well.
Luca?
They need a replacement for Elamunor, who went to your team. I'm having them take Talise Fuaga.
All right.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Okay.
Coach Ed, he's smiling because he loves the big boys. He loves the guys in the trenches.
That was my thought. Oregon State, nasty right tackle, man. He's a beast.
All right. Next pick on the docket is the New Orleans Saints. I have them taking Brian Thomas Jr.
Ooh, that's a bit high for him. But I'm going to say this. You guys just mentioned him previously. They need help in the trenches. Saints need it big time. That's where Fuaga goes to me. The tackle spot's a big spot of need for them. That would be the perfect fit for Fuaga right there. He'll fit just well in the Bayou.
All right.
I personally have them taking Troy Fatanu out of Washington.
The
And
pick
you're
is
picking like
in
me.
for Chicago. The pick is in.
Did you say?
Yes, I did. I will let you know when they're
Gee, I
into the
wonder
pick,
who
though.
this could be.
I'll let you know when.
Yeah,
But the pick's in.
I think they might take a. I don't know. They might take a long snapper.
It's going to be Ray Finkel, guys.
Yeah,
Clear as day.
it's gonna be Mike Nugent. Remember when
It's
the
going
Jets
to be
picked
Lawrence
the 6th round?
Tynes.
Listen, Lawrence Tynes. A lot of
Fine.
great
Matthias
moments.
Kiwanuka.
Okay, now he's going down the list of 2007, 2011 Giants.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
While they wait for this obvious pick, let's see. We're down to the Colts. I have them taking Nate Wiggins from Clemson.
That's not a bad one. I have Quinyon Mitchell at 15.
Okay, Luca.
I have the Bears actually going trenches. Byron Murphy.
Okay,
The Bears, you said?
because remember
Yeah.
the trade that he had.
Yes. Colts and Bears trade to 9. Yeah, I see.
Okay, Coach.
Sorry, we're on what team? What
This
what
is
spot?
the 15th
Colts,
overall. The
15.
Colts.
Bowers.
Okay, all right.
Did they announce? I think they announced. Did they announce it?
Yeah,
Nope.
at least
They're
on
coming
my
up
end,
now.
they're
He's
coming out.
announcing the pick right now.
Why? Well, now I'm looking at the stage because he's got to walk.
Wait a minute,
so
no. I said Bowers to the Jets, didn't I? Yeah, no, wait a minute. What the hell am I thinking?
Caleb Williams is the pick for Chicago, clear as day. Nobody saw that coming, though, right?
No.
Caleb Williams is officially a Chicago Bear, and the journey begins now.
Get ready for them to win 7 games this year.
Yeah,
Probably the most obvious pick of
lost.
this draft.
I'm lost with this one. With the It's the Vikings. No,
The Colts.
the Colts.
He said Colts was selecting Brown.
Mitchell.
Mitchell.
Okay.
Okay. All right. All right. So everybody's 100% to start because obviously Caleb Williams. It's number 16 to the Seahawks. I have Dallas Turner.
I have Byron Murphy going here. They need some help on the D-line front. They lost a couple good guys, so he's hugging. Okay, shockingly hugging Goodell. He just had back surgery, if you guys didn't know. So
Yeah, I
he
saw
really
that.
shouldn't be doing that, but I guess they're doing it.
Yeah, that's the natural excitement. So
Yeah, you
Yeah.
gotta let him.
yeah,
But yeah, I'm saying
So-
Byron Murphy fits in real well with Seattle. I think he'd do just well down there.
All right. Luca.
I have Jared Verse.
Ooh, I like Verse.
All right. Coach.
I'll go Murphy. I mean, he's going to play right next to Leonard Williams anyway, so it makes sense.
Yes, it does. All right. Next pick is Jaguars. I got Terry and Arnold.
Ooh, I like that for the Jaguars. They definitely are going to go corner, I think, no matter what. I'm going to say it's the kid out of Iowa, Cooper DeJean. I think he'll be going to Jacksonville.
All right. Luca.
I'm actually having them take Terry and Arnold, so me and Alex are agreeing on a pick.
Yes.
Okay.
Coach.
Wiggins, Clemson.
All right. Moving down the draft board here, Bengals. I got Xavier Worthy coming off the board.
For the Bengals, I am at J.C. Latham. Goes there. They need offensive tackle. They got to build up the protection for Burrow, especially coming off this recent injury. It's just best to have some more outside help. So Latham continues the Alabama trend. They've been going out on the line. He's going to head to Cincy.
Luca.
Marius Mims.
Okay. All right. And Coach.
Mims, too. I'm going Mims.
All right. Next pick. Rams. Leatu Letu.
Ooh, see this. Actually, you know what? I have to agree with you. I have Lazio going there too.
I have the Rams selecting Aaron Donald replacement Johnny Newton.
It's had a couple of questions regarding his injury history, but nonetheless, makes sense. Coach.
Same thing, Newton.
All right. A guy that I got to personally interview at the Senior Bowl. I'm going to say that Jackson Powers Johnson is headed to Pittsburgh.
Ooh, you said JPJ to Pittsburgh?
Yep. I can tell
I have
Coach already
Fatanu.
agrees with you.
I have Fatanu from Washington at 20.
Okay. Luca?
Listen, we all know the Steelers' reputation for developing some awesome receivers. I think the same continues with Brian Thomas.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
And they also need
do
a
need the
guy for.
receivers.
They also need a Deontay Johnson replacement.
It's up to Is in the chat. He goes, the Jets are drafting Simon Goldberg kicker in the first round.
Yeah,
And
I'm Powers. I'm Powers.
I figured.
I love JPJ. I really do.
Damn it.
Now, for the Dolphins, I have them selecting Talise Fuaga.
Ooh, wow, you have him
Moving
really
him
falling.
inside.
You have him really falling. I'm going to give you something different. I have Graham Barton from Duke.
Okay.
You need some interior line there. Lost a couple really big names in free agency. It just fits the trend for them.
It's going back.
All right.
Especially because I think they
taking,
lost Robert Hunt, and he was a big help for them on that line. So
Absolutely.
getting a guy like Barton would solve that need right there.
All right.
I have them taking Jackson Powers Johnson.
Washington is on the clock. 3:25 to go.
I'm a good 9 seconds behind you, but that's fine. Coach, who do you have the Dolphins getting?
The best, probably one of the best, most versatile offensive line is Fatanu.
Okay. All right.
Mm.
Moving over to the next pick, the Eagles, I have them selecting another Alabama offensive lineman, this time J.C. Latham.
I have them taking Graham Barton out of Duke.
I have the Eagles going for Wiggins at corner. They need the cornerback help. That's where they get it.
Okay. Coach.
Arnold, Alabama, cornerback.
Makes sense. All right. The Cardinals. This is, I think, this may have been in the swap I was talking. No, actually, no, they have that extra first round pick. Anyway, I have them taking Kool-Aid McKinstry.
Ooh, I like Kool-Aid a lot. Let me see.
I
real
have
quick.
the Cardinals taking. Let's see. And this
You took
is
way
one.
extra-
You said
way
23?
Yeah, he said 23.
Okay.
Is that if
I
that's the
have
Vikings pick, then that's my
that's-
Cardinals pick.
Okay.
Hmm.
The Vikings, I have them taking Quinyon Mitchell.
The
Wait a
pick
second.
is in for the Commanders. We are waiting. Listen, I'm just waiting for him to hit the stage. That's all I'm doing. The pick is in, though. Let's see. Is it Daniels or Maye? But in the meantime, at 23 for the Vikings, I have them picking Jared Verse from Florida State.
Okay. Coach.
Kool-Aid. Hey, Kool-Aid! Oh, yeah.
Kool-Aid McKinstry it is. 24 Cowboys. I got Troy Fatanu.
I have Jackson Powers Johnson.
I have J.C.
O-line
Latham.
help. Mm,
Barton.
Latham will be Tyron Smith's replacement.
Okay.
okay. That's actually why. That's kind of where I was leaning. I do have an update for you guys. It looks like the Patriots are not going to be trading from 3. It looks
Yeah, I
like
saw that.
the trends have changed. They're more than likely going to be staying put.
Yeah. I'm not too happy about that, but
Is
nonetheless.
that Hartenstein with 3? What the?
So I guess we'll be getting the pick. Brian, I guess, well, again, you're a little further ahead, so I'm going to.
I will let you know when. They're making the walk to the stage now.
Might as well create a banner. Why don't we?
I would
Damn,
say create a banner
Hartenstein.
for every pick. That would be great. I feel
Damn.
it too. I feel it too, John. I think it's gonna. I feel the same thing, Jonathan. I think the Commanders are going to be going Daniels here.
That's 5.
Jaden Daniels just announced Washington Commanders. There it is. It is not Drake May. It's Jaden Daniels.
Okay, so that's the second overall pick in the draft.
I love this for Washington. I love this. As
You're
long
not-
as Dan Quinn doesn't ruin him, I'm good. This dude's got a lot of potential.
All right, 25 Packers. I have Tyler Guyton.
Ooh, I have Kool-Aid McKinstry at 25.
Same, Brian.
Coach, Packers.
With a surprise. Wide receiver from LSU. What's his name? Thomas.
Brian Thomas Jr.
Brian Thomas.
All right. Now comes my team, number 26.
Chop.
Chop.
26. The Bucks. I have Chop.
Coach.
Give me a chopped cheese sandwich.
All right.
Every time I do my mock draft, though, they don't call him Chop. I think they call him by his yeah.
Something like that. It starts with a D. Let's see. I'm gonna read Li and the Afterburners comment in just a second, but I got a trade here that I'm gonna pull up.
We have a trade?
Not in the draft, but a trade that I have in my mock. I have the Raiders coming up and selecting Michael Penix with the Vikings 27th pick, which they got from the Cardinals. So Michael Penix, 27th overall.
That's a little complicated, but okay.
Trust me, it was. And
at 27, the Cardinals pick, I have them taking Jerson Newton from Illinois.
Okay.
And easily, I think one of the best D linemen in this draft. Him and Murphy are like hand in hand together.
I have them taking Nate Wiggins.
Okay. Coach.
It's the Cardinals.
27.
I already had Wiggins selected. I don't think I had Arnold because I know I said I wanted them with a defensive back. Did I say Arnold anywhere?
I think you said Eagles Arnold, maybe.
Okay.
So I think DeJean would still be available.
Cooper Dijon, whatever.
Yeah.
But the dude who killed my Scarlet Knights. Oh my
gosh. Number 28 to the Bills, I have Adonai Mitchell.
Ooh, I like that. Adonai Mitchell. This is where I think Buffalo takes Brian Thomas Jr. He's going to slip a bit, but I think that's where Thomas comes off the board, Buffalo.
You see, by mistake in my actual mock, I had them taking Adonai Mitchell, but I meant to swap it, so I'm going to have them taking Xavier Worthy.
Okay. Coach?
I still don't think he's a first-round talent.
No, I think it's going to be no, I think it is Worthy because they like the speed and he can stretch the defense and open up alleys.
Okay.
All right. I got Cooper DeJean, 29th overall. It's the Detroit Lions.
Darius Robinson, Missouri, edge.
Damn, Brian,
Right,
we agree on another pick.
The pick is not in.
On my end, it is.
It's not in on my end.
Well, you watching NFL, you watching ESPN.
NFL.
Oh, that's why.
Now it's in for New England. So New England did not trade. They are picking. It's likely going to be Drake Maye. If it's not, it's going to shake up this whole draft.
Hey!
I would love it for it to be like alt or MHA.
It would be stunning if they do go O-lineman instead or receiver instead of going quarterback. If they go with Marvin Harrison Jr., I will lose it.
Listen,
because then everybody's in a
you won't
mad
see a happier man than me. Okay.
Because at that point, the Giants will actually try to fight to get to 4 and get Drake Maye, because the Cardinals won't know what to do.
You're right. I wouldn't oppose that, but nonetheless, we just went over. Yeah, we said Lions. Luca, who'd you say the Lions are getting?
I said I concurred with Brian. They're going to get Darius Robinson.
Okay. And Coach
Robinson.
Next is
the Ravens.
The Baltimore Ravens. I got them taking Amarius Mims.
I have them taking Adonai Mitchell right here.
Same.
Okay.
Same. Replacing OBJ.
Yep.
Right. Next up, I got the 49ers selecting Byron Murphy.
This one's going to be a shocker. It's a bit of a stretch, and I'm telling you, it's not from the bias from my Bulldogs, but I'm going to pick it. Ladd McConkey.
Okay.
I'm saying Ladd McConkey because of all the rumors that they're going to lose one of either Ayuk or Debo. They're going to need a receiver to replace that. McConkey, I think, would be exactly who they go for.
Okay. Luca?
Cooper DeJean.
All right. Coach?
I'm really gonna throw you out for a loop. What's that linebacker from Texas A&M?
Edgerrin Cooper?
Yeah.
Ooh, wow.
All right, we're about to
Here
get
we go. The pick is in.
Where's the soundbite?
I had it.
Drake Maye is the pick. Quarterback, North Carolina. As expected, we pretty much got the order right of the top 3. Now it gets interesting. What happens at 4? Will Arizona trade out?
They'll pick.
Or are they going to stick?
Nope, they're staying.
They'll go against the watch. They'll go against my philosophy. But Li, politely, please don't spoil the pick because I know Twitter is way ahead of us.
Yeah. Twitter's so far ahead. It would be so much better if we just keep it like this, because then this way we're not, like sticking to it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What's up to Mitch in the chat? What's going on? See what else. Also, we got to get to the 32nd pick. Luca, our Jets are going to trade up all in year. Our 10th, both 4s next year's first. Who cares about 2025? Right to Arizona for MHJ. Can't have Chubb this all in 2024.
I would love a trade up for Marvin Harrison. I don't think it's happening though, to be honest.
You're all good, Li. Don't worry about it. It's all good.
Yeah.
It's just it just helps us because then this way we don't, get
Yeah.
spoiled a little bit and it kind of kills the reactions that we
Thank
get.
fellas, you're in the future. My stream is mad slow. It's like, and then Dan with the comment at the end. 32 overall, I have Jordan Morgan going to the Chiefs.
This one's going to be where it gets interesting. The Chiefs need tackle badly. And because I hadn't said his name yet, this is where I think Amarius Mims go. Back-to-back Bulldogs to close out the first round.
Luca?
Tyler Guyton.
Ooh, Oklahoma. Okay.
I didn't even
Coach.
think of it was relatively close in terms of geography.
Got the Chiefs, 32nd overall.
I'm going McConkey.
All right.
Okay, that definitely fits the speed element. And they do need a good guy that can probably serve as the outside X.
And
I think
he's a hell of a route runner. You put that route running, especially with Kelsey, it could help him. And the other and Rashee Rice, man, that would be a awesome combination.
And there's our confirmation. Schefter just now. The Cardinals are not expected to trade pick number 4. They're going to pick.
Honestly, it's better for them because they already got what 3 first round picks,
bro.
something like 3 first round picks. They got 23, 27, and then this pick. So,
Oh, he played for a high school team called the Eagles. That's funny.
imagine if the Giants picked them, then that'd be really in trouble.
Really? Oh boy.
Coach, were you just upset about Embiid getting to the free throw line again?
No, it was Bogdanovich missing the damn free throw.
No, I won't.
Well, I will say the one thing I will say about this is the refs are calling it tight though. And
Yeah,
I kind of figured that after the other day. So
yeah.
All right. Also, I'll reveal my
And-
personal
and-
mock if I have it somewhere.
just one thing I want to say to those of me who said to me, there's no way the Patriots would take a quarterback. When I said when you have a new head coach, usually 9 times out of 10, 99.99% of the time, the new head coach is always going to want to go with his own quarterback in today's day and age.
Yeah.
That's true. 100%.
No, I mean, I never doubt. I don't know that people. Why would they doubt it?
No. I've had people who told me, no, there's no way. They always tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. Whatever.
Yeah. Well, listen, they traded away Mac Jones for a reason, right? Bailey
Mhm.
Zappi's not the future, nor is Jacoby Brissett, but
Brissett can actually hold the fort for 1 year and let Maye sit for the year.
yeah. All right, gentlemen.
Hit the dinger.
The Monty
It's
Austin
time.
game.
Here we go.
Now, of course, I had to sprinkle in a little fuckery in my mock draft, so I'm probably not getting this correct. Actually, no, I can't get it correct. Unless they take a quarterback. Which
You had the trade. You had the Cardinals trade with the Vikings. But the Cardinals are no longer trading. If this isn't Marvin Harrison Jr., I don't know.
It's probably could it be dangerous?
It could be. If they really value him more than Marvin, that would be shocking. I'd be very intrigued by that.
Lowe's green room. That's
Look at-
neighbors, right?
Look at Drake May in there taking pictures with the selfie stick with all the Patriots fans. He is so happy to be in New England.
I forget who the
Love to
hell
see
the
it.
OC is there. Oh, it's Alex Van Pelt. That's why.
Mm.
Any relation to Scott Van Pelt?
I don't think so.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Okay.
Alex Appel, quarterback, Penn State. I mean, not Pitt. He played at Pitt before a little run around. I think he also played with the Patriots too.
Van Pelt.
Yeah.
It's very much possible that he did.
Arizona is now Goodell's on stage. Here we go. Fourth
Look at
pick, 24 NFL draft.
Jacket.
Cardinals select Marvin Harrison Jr. There it is. So top four, solid. It's the
I'm
same.
4-4.
4-4 here.
This is where the draft begins, right here.
This is where the Giants move up one spot to take Spencer Rattler.
Shut up, Brian.
You're right, Michael Pratt.
Yeah,
Not
just
Carter
because Pratt's
Bradley.
your boy.
Or Devin
Yes,
Leary.
Carter Bradley, perfect pick. Perfect pick.
All right. Luca, let me ask you. You're watching NFL Network. watching
I have
ESPN?
ESPN on, and for some reason, like I'm loading up my NFL Network stream on my computer. It's not cooperating. I would do it usually off of NFL Network, but it's not cooperating. So I have ESPN, but the Knicks game is in commercial, so I do flip from NFL Network time to time.
Okay, that makes sense.
I guess while we wait for the Chargers to pick, Luca, do you have a personal mock draft that you did? For the Jets?
Sure. So yes, I do have my Jets mock. So this will piss some people off, I think. No, was it? Let's see if it's the one that pisses people. No, it's not actually. The Jets actually trade back in this scenario. So with the first pick, 15th overall, the Jets would select Brock Bowers. Second round at 46 via the trade back. They get their second round pick. They select Jalen Polk out of Washington. Third pick at 72 is Chris Jenkins out of Michigan. Pick 111 in the fourth round. Brian would like this pick. Malik Mustafa. Fifth
Ooh, I
pick,
like Mustafa a
134.
lot.
Fifth pick, 134, is Mason McCormick out of South Dakota State, depth lineman. 185, Coach Ed's actually going to like this. Joe Milton out of Tennessee. Cornelius Johnson at 207 in the seventh. And to end it off, the Mr. Irrelevant pick is Dylan Johnson out of Washington.
Okay, that's a pretty solid draft, honestly.
All right. Brian, do you have a personal mock that you may have done?
You mean for the Bucks?
Yes.
I have not, but I can do that real quick. Believe me.
If you want to do it real quick, you can.
No problem. Don't you worry.
Yeah, I'm scared of going in my DMs because I know there's gonna be like all sorts of spoilers and shit.
I'm on Twitter. If I get spoiled, I'm not saying a word.
Yeah.
But just a
Okay,
quick
so
addition, real quick. Cardinals offensive core now consists of Kyler Murray at quarterback, Connor at running back. Your receivers are Marvin Harrison Jr., Michael Wilson, and Greg Dorsch. Tight end Trey McBride.
Let me just
what
say
the
this. I
offense
do
looks
have my NFL Network stream on my computer, so it's all good. I'm not doing ESPN anymore.
Yeah. Coach, I know you did a mock draft.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to
Yeah, I
read
did
it.
one for you. I did no trades. Normally, I was of the mindset of trading back, but I just said I'm going to go straight. So, pick number 6, Giants select Rome Odunze out of Washington. In round 2, pick number 47, they take Adisa Isaac Edge out of Penn State. Pick round 3, pick number 70. They're going to take quarterback out of Oregon, Kyrie Jackson. In round 4, at 107, they take tight end Ben Sinnott out of Kansas State. Round number 5, pick number 166, they're going to take quarterback Jordan Travis. And in round number 6, 183, they take guard out of Miami, Javion Cohen.
Okay. Let me see. I have a mock. I know first round I have Malik Neighbors. My second round pick I have. Here we go. Braden Fisk. defensive tackle from Florida State, who showed out at the Senior Bowl, by the way. Trying to get the clock here. Well, I guess NFL Network's different. Anyway, 3rd round pick, cornerback Chris Abrams Drain out of Missouri. 4th round pick, offensive lineman out of Kansas, Dominic Puny. Plays all 3 positions, well, all 5 really, if you're being honest about it. Defensive back, because he plays corner and safety, Jalen Simpson out of Auburn in the 5th.
What? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's all good. It's all good. And then someone Brian got to interview at the Senior Bowl, Mr. Brevin Spanford in the 6th round.
I really like him as a blocking tight end, but he says he's really good at in the vertical game. So we'll see how that develops in the NFL.
I just got to ask y'all a question. I don't know if this is a hoax or it says Ian Rappaport. The Eagles signed A.J. Brown to an extension?
Yep.
Nope, that
Correct.
is real. He's the highest paid receiver in the NFL now.
Wow.
Here we go. Another update. The Chargers are picking. There will not be a trade here, which means the Giants' patience has paid off if they want a quarterback. So they've also confirmed at this point the Chargers are not picking quarterback, even though we all knew that was going to be the case.
Well, yeah.
So now the Giants' destiny is all in their hands. Are they going to go JJ? Are they going to go Neighbors if he's not picked by the Chargers? Could they possibly go an offensive line route?
No.
Could they possibly go for Brock
who's going
Bowers?
offensive line?
Giants.
No.
No.
No,
I'm throwing it out there. The Giants always look at offensive line every year.
I would,
No, I got it.
honestly, if I'm being completely honest, I would not be happy because how many 1st round picks you can spend on the offensive line and not develop? That's just
You
my
mean
opinion.
if you're being completely transparent?
Yes, if I'm being completely transparent, we have that. It's buried. Oh, wait,
My
no.
NFL Network's still on commercials, so
Mine's in commercial too right now. 1:55 to go. Chargers still have not picked yet.
Oh, man, you way ahead of me. You got almost like 30 seconds.
Yeah, I don't know why.
once this next game is almost at halftime, so when it gets to halftime, we'll switch over to NFL Network in full, and then when it gets back, obviously.
Okay. I mean, I'm still working on my draft right now, but I can give you what I have at the moment. So right now for Tampa, I have them picking what's his name? Chop Robinson at 26. In the second round, pick 57, I have them taking TJ Tampa out of Iowa State. I love him. They need good corners. They always find some good gems in the second round. I think this is going to be another one for them.
1 second, Brian.
Yep. Thank you. In the third round, because he's still on the board at this point for some reason, I have them taking Jalen McMillan, receiver out of Washington. And then a couple picks later, because of the trade that sent Carlton Davis to Detroit, they're going to take Christian Mahogany out of Boston College. They need some help in the trenches, and I think that would be a good spot in the interior. And then for some reason, he's still on the board at 125 in the fourth, but I have them taking Cedric Gray out of North Carolina.
Good linebacker.
Backer spot. And now it's at pick 220 in the sixth round. Let's see, running back or tackle, which is better? Isaiah Davis or Caden Wallace? I think I'm going to go Wallace. Caden Wallace for the tackle spot. And then 246, which I'm waiting on right now. And I'll give you that final right there when we get there.
Just a reminder, folks, we will be live for all 3 days of the draft. On Saturday, we'll be doing basically getting a look from other teams. We'll have multiple writers / content creators on talking about their perspective, who their team drafted, such as the Panthers, the Falcons. Let's see who else we got. We got the Raiders, we got the Bears, we got the Commanders, we got the Patriots. So any of the most interesting teams, some of the top teams in this draft, they'll be covered.
246, the final pick I have in this draft for Tampa, I gave them Rasheen Ali, running back from Marshall. Before he went down at the Senior Bowl, he was looking really good in that dual threat. So that would be a nice
Isn't he
pick
the one
for
who got
Tampa.
surgery?
Yeah, he had the surgery, so he's not going to be able to participate in OTAs or mini camp, but he should be good to go for the season when it opens up.
Goodell's coming up. I just switched to NFL Network, so I'll just keep you on that.
Yep, he's making his way up now.
Yeah. I'm just gonna mute myself for 1 second.
Jacob brought up a good point. He just said Jake, could the Chargers go Bowers here? It was rumored, but they did add some tight ends in free agency, so it's not an outside chance here. 5th pick, 2024 draft. Chargers select Joe Alt, tackle Notre Dame.
What did I say? And I only,
Malik
you know why I
Neighbors
said
is
that?
sitting right
Went
there.
Tackle.
You
So
know why
now Neighbors,
it goes to the
Odunze,
tournament.
and McCarthy are in the hands of the Giants. They could do anything they want here.
And
I'm
Joe
surprised.
No, it was because of the head coach. The head coach loves linemen coming from Michigan, Stanford, 49ers.
I just like they have Rashawn
Wow.
Slater though.
And you
No, but
bookend him
But they didn't have anybody on the opposite
at the
side.
side.
Trey Pipkins is not as good. Like you need
Yeah.
two
No,
strong
I know
forces.
You don't got it.
it's not good. I thought because they were talking about JC Latham earlier. That pick would have made
I
sense.
have my
Like
draft
you just move
papers here.
Slater
Give me
to
a
the
sec.
right, Slate all to the left.
Give me 1 sec. I got my draft papers. I'll tell you. So the Chargers, this free agency, okay? They did lose so far. They lost on the offensive line. They didn't lose anybody in the tackle spot, but they lost Will Clapp, their center. And the only main signings they had, they didn't sign anybody for the offensive line. They only attacked the center spot, which was Bradley Bozeman. That's it. Didn't bring back anybody
Lindsley's
returning.
retiring.
Didn't lose anybody in that spot. Didn't gain anybody in that spot. And they needed the help on that side. So this is needed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And I love it. But I also have an outside feeling. No, I'm out. No, I'm crazy. Okay, no, I'm crazy. Never mind. It would have been a really bad take if I said
Neighbors,
it. Oh, that's not
Neighbors
it.
is there. I think it's going to be Neighbors. I really do.
If they stick there. If
No,
they stick there.
I can't see them trade. I just can't.
I will find out very shortly.
I mean, they wouldn't have to have the stigma of possibly trading back if they would have given up Xavier McKinney.
ESPN just said the Patriots and Vikings both reached out to the Chargers regarding a trade for Herbert. Both of them at one point did reach out.
It seems very odd, but
which again fuels my theory. The Giants have just over 5 minutes on the clock to pick.
Mm-hmm.
But it makes sense because that was feeding my theory. What if the Chargers are really going to decide to trade Herbert, get an extra first-round pick out of it, a few of them, and just grab a different quarterback?
I couldn't see him doing it. I mean, I did think because if they were going to do that, trade him, the only quarterback I would think it would be McCarthy, but that means you're also really resetting the whole program in a sense.
yeah, you are.
Shane is on the phone now. They're looking inside the draft room. He's on the phone.
No, they're either calling the draft pick or calling a team behind them. Listen, here's one scenario I'll take, right? Either the Vikings come up for McCarthy and we take Penix and then we get one of their first-round picks, or we do the same but just with Denver.
With the 6th pick in the draft, the Giants select Marshawn Lloyd, running back USC. That's their pick.
Okay, Molly, I see your work, baby girl.
Picks in. So the Giants are picking. They're not trading it. It's got to be. It's either Neighbors or Odunze. I'm convinced. I don't think they have the audacity to go quarterback after all the smoke, all the speculation, all the meetings they had with McCarthy. I still don't think they'll pull the trigger here. They're going to put him in the position to succeed right here. They're going to give Daniel Jones one last shot.
Mm-hmm.
Got Armand in the chat just in time before the Jets pick. There are a lot of options. You got to stop, Jets. It's serious. There's so many. You know what? Neighbors still on the board. I think it's probably going to be Neighbors, though. But Odunze would make sense, in my opinion. That's what I do.
Neighbors would be similar to whatchamacallit with Buffalo.
They didn't say
Diggs?
they didn't say the pick right for you guys.
No, they didn't say the pick yet. Goodell's making his way out.
All right, I'm gonna mute myself.
Sixth pick, 2024 draft. Giants select Malik Neighbors, wide receiver, LSU.
Mm-hmm.
It's Neighbors.
Mm-hmm. And you know what he's going to be? Odell Beckham Jr. 2.0. As a player, not the attitude,
I
not the temperament.
I was gonna say if he can bring that level of production and stay healthy and without OBJ's attitude he had early on, that's really good for the Giants.
Oh my gosh, Orlando! Oh, I'm sorry.
Let me guess, they're crushing Cleveland.
164.
It's bound to happen eventually.
Titans are now on the clock. Well, that's right as far as my mock draft goes, but
I'm very happy with that pick for them.
I'll say this, but I'll say this, right? This is just my opinion. Y'all can disagree with me.
Mm-hmm.
The Giants with Daniel Jones better be playoff contenders this year. That's my personal opinion. I've said it from the beginning. I'll say it now, unless they trade up to get a Penix or a Bo Nix to my disliking. I'm just saying what I think, right? Because I'm not going to give some filtered opinion just to make the fans happy or this, that, and the other thing. Look, if they're giving him another shot after inconsistencies the last few years, your team needs to be a fucking contender. That's just my personal opinion. And I don't dislike Malik Neighbors. I don't, right? I expected it. But you can't be pandering around the excuses. And you know what? We'll see. We'll see. I'm happy with the pick, but honestly, again, I wanted a quarterback. We'll see what happens.
But on the other side, Alex, what has been some of the fan base's point too, which I've even said it on occasion. I mean, you got to fix the offensive line or solidify the offensive line as best you can, and get him some weapons to see, because we really don't know. You know, some in the fan base are just done with them, and I understand that. I really do. There's others who, you know, you want to at least see, and then this is his last shot, you know, and then he's gone. So, you know, and now this also is a matter of job security for Dable and Shane too. You know, has ownership said, you know, it doesn't matter unless we really shit the bed. You know, but if we are at least, you know, somewhat, or if we are at least competitive and we're headed in the right direction, you know, next year can, you know, it could be about, you know, because you don't know what's going to happen with quarterbacks. Like this year, you know, who thought about Jaden Daniels? Honestly, you know, and that's the thing I always say about when everyone says, "Oh, next year the quarterbacks are trash." Each year you've heard, "Oh, these quarterbacks coming out are good," and then next thing you know, they're trash. And then, well, this year there's no quarterbacks, and then next thing you know, you have some good quarterbacks. So you just got to take it year by year in that regard. So we'll see what happens.
And
that means the Titans are now on the clock.
And I'll say this, just like, you know, because I said, hey, is making me laugh in the chat. They're going to be in a position to take a quarterback next year, because again, they could win 6, 7, maybe even 8 games, and Daniel Jones may not be that good, and then then we're going to have the same debate. It's like, oh, you know, you got to go up for assets or stuff like that. So that's again, like, that's what I'm worried about. My opinion. It's like I was always focused, you know, more than this year. I didn't give a crap about competing this year, but this is kind of telling me, hey, you know, they want, because you can't, in my personal opinion, Coach. The rest of the panel could agree with me, disagree with me. This is a win now type move. You're helping Daniel Jones. This is a win now type move. It tells me like Joe Shane always says expedite the process and this, that, and the third. Okay, so start winning games this year then. And if not, it's going to have to be a proper rebuild. And you know what? I also said this, and I know Brian's about to say something. I said, look, don't be surprised.
The pick is in.
Titans pick is in.
Thank you. That's what I was going to say.
My thing is this, right? If Dable doesn't have the job security this year, he gets fired. I wouldn't be surprised if the Giants cut Daniel Jones, they hire Bill Belichick or a veteran coach, and bring in Dak Prescott.
Well, if you have if you get all the tools, that benefits whoever's there at quarterback. So
Li, enough with that fucking Justin Herbert trade. Justin Herbert is not going to get traded.
The amount of dead cap you take on from a trade too would negate any idea of taking on Herbert. Trust me.
Like I'm so tired of hearing that. Justin Herbert. They literally just picked an offensive lineman to help him.
Mhm.
So, where do the Titans go? They go Bowers here, maybe?
No, I think they're going to stick to tackle.
Fashanu, maybe.
Who knows? Listen, don't forget, there's been some guys that have risen up these boards. You guys have seen Fashanu, Fuaga, even Latham. Latham's getting a lot of love lately.
This first round is going pretty fast.
Yeah, really hasn't been any shockers, though. Most of everything's been pretty expected.
Yeah, it's been what everyone. Yeah, you're right. Everyone is, pretty much said this or that. So
Yeah.
The only questionable part was the Chargers situation. We didn't know if it was going to be wide receiver or tackle, but they stuck to their guns and went tackle.
Yeah, basically. So,
I don't want Bill Belichick. I'm just proposing something that will happen. Because guess what? I'm telling you right now, if Dable's fired this year, right? And I don't want that to happen. But if Dable gets fired, guess what's going to happen? Belichick's going to be waiting, and he's going to give John Mara a phone call. And even before the phone rings, John Mara is going to be waiting for the phone call. John Mara is going to be waiting. They're going to hire him, and they're going to want to win again. Bill Belichick's not going to want his own. He wants his own quarterback, but he's not going to want to draft a quarterback. What, you think Belichick has like 5 years to develop a quarterback? No. He's going to take somebody in free agency.
Wow.
So
it's going to be interesting right now. We'll see. And I'm not getting anything. I don't know about y'all on Twitter, so I'm not getting.
I'm keeping
Giants
an eye on things. I'm trying my best not to catch the news.
No, I'm talking about in terms of Giants fans. I'm not seeing anyone really crying or devastated per se. I'm ready to jump out of the building because you drafted Malik Neighbors. Because to be honest, that's kind of what I was thinking. Oh wow!
I'm just gonna. I'll be back in like literally a minute. I'm just recording a reaction to the Neighbors pick.
Yeah, I think I don't think Giants fans are going to be mad itself about the prospect of Neighbors. It's just going to be about the direction. The Jones clan, the anti-Jones clan, that sort of thing. It's not going to be so much about Neighbors. Neighbors is a talented wide receiver. And if you want, like in a bit, I'll give you my big board because I had him on my big board as somebody the Jets could trade up for. But listen, you guys this is probably the best weapon you've given Daniel Jones. Now he's got to succeed.
Exactly.
To be fair.
Exactly. But that also helps out guys like Jalen Hyatt, Robinson.
Frees up space.
It frees up space. Exactly. So, and what this actually does, if I'm a coach, I'm saying now, Daniel Jones, you got to show me something. If I feel like my job is safe for the most part, and I act like a head coach in terms of Brian Dable. Now it's saying, Daniel Jones, it's on you.
Here we go, Titans.
Weapons. Okay.
Let's see.
7th pick, 24 draft. Titans select.
Oh.
J.C. Latham, Alabama. There's your shocker.
They took him over for Shanu?
Wait a minute.
Took him over for Shanu and Fuaga.
Didn't one of y'all call that?
I mentioned it because I said that he's been getting a lot of love in the draft rooms lately. He's had some couple top 10 visits, but I didn't think he was going to go at 7.
Brian, I'll tell you this.
He's going to be like late teens.
I will tell you this. There were people that said he was going to rise up draft boards, but I didn't think he was going ahead of Fashanu.
Yeah.
No shot I thought that was happening either. And plus, I think Fashanu is one of the most complete tackles in this draft.
I agree.
I don't understand this.
The problem he has is his run blocking, but interesting,
Just is saying I didn't say that. Are you kidding me? I said that. Come on. Dude,
I think Jets might.
I said it was Latham, Fashanu, or Fuaga if they're going to go tackle. Latham have been getting more love lately, so I wouldn't be shocked. But I still am shocked.
So they'll have Latham and whoever they put on the left side, unless Latham goes to the left side and they put, what's the Redunce on the right side? Because right now it's Redunce. They also have Nicholas Petit-Friere, Peter Skoronsky. Let me see who else.
You can put Skoronsky at left tackle if you really wanted to, because that's what he played at Northwestern. So
that's right. He's also an interior, and they also signed Lloyd Cushenberry from the Denver Broncos.
Oh, okay, there you go. So they're solidifying their offensive line very well. So,
well, this is about to get very interesting because Atlanta's on the clock, and Atlanta needs receivers, but they need edge help too. So, what do you prioritize? Do you want Dallas Turner, stick with the Alabama boys? Or do you go ahead and take O'Dunn's from Washington? Give your guy, your cousin, a receiver to go with Drake London.
I actually agree with Alex. I'd rather take edge. There's a lot of receivers you can pick up in the second, third rounds of this draft.
Let's see. What's Atlanta's next pick? Let's see. What's Atlanta's? When's Atlanta's next pick? 43. Their next pick is at 43. So they have one in the second round early.
Yo, is back, bro. But yeah, Latham's chain. I'm sorry, that chain is. His chain is fire. I have to admit that.
I don't know. There's a chance. Well, actually, no, it's not a chance. Well, not a chance yet, I should say.
Okay, Panthers up 3-2 at the end of the second. Okay, Florida's doing their job.
All right, ladies and gents.
Atlanta's going to be. You have to go edge or you have to go edge here or receiver. There's no other option here for Atlanta, right?
Right.
There can't be.
So Alex did that ahead of me, even though he has ESPN, if I'm not mistaken. I have NFL Network. But regardless, I want to share y'all with my big board. So, as I mentioned earlier when I was talking about the neighbors pick, I had the Jets. My draft board be number 1, Marvin Harrison Jr. as a trade up. Same thing with Malik Neighbors, number 2. Number 3, I had Joe Alt, who went to the Chargers. Number 4, Brock Bowers, who's still available, so he'd be my top pick at the moment. Number 5, Olu Fashanu. Number 6, Roma Dunze. Number 7 was J.C. Latham, who was just taken. Number 8, Talia Seifuaga. Number 9, Troy Patano. So right now, my top pick is Brock Bowers.
Chat's going crazy, which means they probably are on Twitter and know something happened. I wouldn't want anybody checking social media because that means
I'm not doing anything on social
media. That's what that means.
I don't.
If they're talking like that, something happened with Atlanta. Something had to have happened.
Who knows, man? Maybe they selected another running back.
Not be shocked when Blake Corbett 8.
Imagine. There's really no running back that could go in the first round this year.
No, not at all.
Like we're facing a very piss poor class.
No.
Now they're saying that
pick is in. Pick is in for Atlanta.
Are they going to do that?
I think. I mean, I got the ESPN broadcast.
Yeah, me too.
They're showing a certain guy, and I'm like, why would they do that if they did?
Yeah, me
Who's
too.
the guy that they're showing on ESPN?
MPJ.
No,
they said McCarthy and then
MPJ's in like Penix.
They said They showed McCarthy then Penix. So,
but even then,
so you're talking quarterbacks for Atlanta. Listen, I get it. It makes sense because Atlanta's on their last legs and they're with an old quarterback. But dude, that's
here's the thing. Here's my thing, right? If you sign somebody internally like Daniel Jones, like what the Giants did, that's way different from signing Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins, you're betting on him to be like this great guy that he's been over the past few years.
Even though it's 4 years, he's
if
2
it's
years.
Atlanta taking JJ or MPJ, I'm gonna lose it.
You're making a win now move.
Exactly.
Armand with a good point. Cousins signed a 4-year, $180 million deal.
It's 2 years guaranteed. That's the point.
2 years. So maybe they're taking the 2 years and have Penix learn behind him, or McCarthy if that's the pick. If it is quarterback, that is. If that's what's going on. Oh my gosh!
I'm not looking at Twitter. I'm
not either. But they just showed ESPN. You just said so.
I'm not even looking at the chat here. I'm not even going to look at the chat.
Michael Penix Jr.
Oh my gosh! Not my.
Why?
What the fuck?
Atlanta Falcon.
Okay. If I'm Kirk Cousins, I'm saying, what the fuck is going on? Excuse my language.
Exactly.
Did he just
No,
get the
you're
Aaron
fine.
You
Rodgers
just
treatment?
signed him for what?
Did
Listen,
he just get the
I
Aaron
have no
Rodgers
problem. I have no problem
Why?
with Penix the talent. I have no
No.
problem with Penix
Me
the
either. I
talent.
love him.
Same
At
here. No
He,
problems.
as Coach Ed, hold on, Coach Ed sees he's the best quarterback in the draft. I would happen to agree. Talent wise, you could agree with that.
Mhm.
He went
The
over
Falcons just
JJ.
signed Kirk.
What are you celebrating? Oh my gosh.
The
Okay,
Falcons
quit it,
signed Kirk Cousins in free agency, and they said, "Oh, let's not help out Kirk Cousins. We'll draft his future." No, I don't think Michael Penix is a comparison to Joe Flacco.
No, hell no.
Who said that?
That's what NFL Network is saying. They said, this trait, that trait, Joe Flacco. I'm like, no, he's not Joe Flacco.
No, he is
Exactly.
not Joe
No.
Flacco. He's totally different. Now, if you wanted to say he's almost like a left-handed version of Phillip Rivers in terms of the mechanics, okay, but now he's a little bit more a little bit faster than Phillip Rivers. But there are things he has to work on in terms of his game. But in terms of passing the ball, he will lead a receiver. He does exactly what you need to do. On occasion, he can sit back there, read the pocket. He does manipulate the pocket. Everyone says, "Oh, his knees, he can't." Yes, he can. And if you go back to Indiana and you watch I watched him coming out of high school, because I'm going to be honest with you. I wanted him at Rutgers when he was coming out of high school. And he went to Indiana. First he committed to Tennessee, then he went to Indiana, and I get it. But I've watched him. Yes, the injuries are an issue. But if you watch, number one, the pop out with the ball out of his hands.
Everything's a strike.
It's a strike. He can layer it. He can play with touch. He does everything. He can read left to right, right to left. He's a left-handed quarterback, but he actually plays like a right-handed quarterback. And most people don't understand that.
Okay, something's interesting here. Someone gave a
Bears
really good theory for why the Falcons did that, and I like it.
Because they're
Bears
stupid.
pick.
What? Jacob hit it. If Penix is being used as a bargaining chip to be flipped,
This is not the NBA.
Chicago's pick is in.
Why?
I still think it's
If the
Olu.
Falcons
It's
did
got to
that,
be
they're
Fashanu
stupid.
still, right? Got to be Fashanu.
If the Falcons did that, they're stupid. Sitting
Now,
here,
let me
the
ask-
bargaining chip. What is this? The NBA?
Depends on what they're
The
getting.
amount you could get from a team who needs a quarterback. Like, listen, if
Depends on what it
Denver's
is.
really desperate and they like Penix more than McCarthy, or the Raiders do, the Raiders could give up capital, then they get that pick and they get so much more.
We don't know, but let's see the Bears pick. I think it's going to be on Roma Dunze, but you guys went differently than me.
I say Fashanu.
I don't understand what to say here. I'm like,
I'm at a loss.
I am too. I don't understand.
Oh, come on! I'm
So the
sorry.
Bears-
Next game.
You're
Sorry.
good.
Jalen,
So here's what I'm
gotta be
thinking.
better. Gotta be better, Jalen.
You guys already know. Chicago's going one of two options here.
Which
Has
will
to.
leave
I don't
one of
think
the
their
Jet- will leave
plans
the Jets
change.
one of- Honestly, the Jets are still on track to pick Brock Bowers here.
Yeah, or if they want to, just go tackle
Or they could go corner.
or trade back.
Cut the crap with the corner nonsense, Alex.
Now, I know the Rams are trying to get up into the top 10 to get a defensive player. Who do they trade with, though? Good trade
Here
with
we
the
go.
Jets.
Goodell
They
to the
should've traded-
stage.
All right. Goddell.
9th pick, 2024 draft. Chicago selects. Okay.
Let me see.
Roma Dunze.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Luca, you have all right. Will Jets Twitter get mad if Fashanu is passed up here?
If they take Bowers, why would they?
It's been an interesting debate on Jets Twitter. Luca, what are your thoughts? I guess he
You're muted, Luca.
I think what he's doing is he's muting himself just to see what the pick turns out to be. unless he does hear us.
Okay, I just saw the pick. I think we're getting Bowers.
Would Jets Twitter though be pissed if they pass up on Bashanu?
It's any of those three, though. It's such a perfect scenario to be in if you're the Jets.
Yeah, it's like you choose one or the other. I mean, personally, as I said, I'll go back to my big board here, right?
The Jets have just traded with the Vikings.
Seriously? They traded out?
They traded out.
Did they flip? Hold on. It hasn't came up on my board yet.
No, they
gave them both
picks.
first
They got
picks.
2 straight picks.
Tell me you gave them both.
Minnesota's got 2
you gave
straight
them
picks.
both.
Breaking news,
That means
everybody.
they
Minnesota has 2 straight draft picks.
They have 10 and 11?
Yep.
Wait, which one did the Jets take?
Did they get
23? The 23.
Why would the Jets take 23? Okay.
Well, I guess they don't want Brock Bowers.
Okay,
Well,
Minnesota. All right, Minnesota draft.
No. The Jets made a positional swap. I see it now.
Okay, so then they're now at 11. Jets are now at 11. Vikings at 10.
Okay.
Because the ESPN didn't update for me.
Well,
Okay, so it looks like Minnesota also kept their 23rd pick, so the Jets only moved down one spot.
Yeah, it's one spot, so you probably
For what compensation though?
We're gonna find out now. What is the compensation? I'll find out now.
As long as Brian doesn't spoil
You're
the
getting
draft pick for
this one.
himself.
I'm not gonna spoil the draft pick, but I'm gonna tell you guys.
No, I
The
know.
Jets are getting pick 11, 129 overall, and 157 in return for pick 10 and 203.
So they're getting extra fifths, if I'm not mistaken. Just the value.
129 and one. Let me see. Well, 129 would be. Let's see. Yeah, 129 would be a fifth. Would be a fifth round, a fourth round pick, and a fifth.
I don't like that. My opinion, unbiased.
Mm.
You have the 23. You could use that as basically your second round pick. And I know it's trading back.
True.
Like, I don't know. I don't like that. Like,
and if Minnesota, I will say this though, if Minnesota drafts a quarterback, the only thing is you panic because you were worrying about either Denver or Oakland jumping you. That's the only reason I would think that.
So the Jets are going to move down one spot. I think we all know what Minnesota's doing here if they're making this trade.
Yeah,
it's
I
going to
think
be
so.
J.J. McCarthy. Yeah.
So there it is. Minnesota gets the 10th overall pick and the Jets' 6th round pick at 203. Jets are getting the 11th, a 4th round pick, and a 5th round pick. I'm okay with it.
Honestly,
you find some good mid-round talent.
As I said, I'm not. You moved down one spot for fifth, and again, you got compensation, but you could have, if you're Joe Douglas, right? And I'm taking this way too far than it has to be. You could have leveraged them and said, "Look, Denver's giving me a haul right now. You better give me 23." You could do that.
True.
You could lie
That's
to teams. So, as I said, I'm just not.
Unless they use those fifths to try to get into the second round, maybe. Maybe
could.
they're trying to, I'm trying to understand this.
Jacob made a good point. He said Minnesota probably got shook when Penix was taken.
You're probably
that is
right
also possible, yeah. So yeah, I mean, now that you think about it, yeah, it makes sense.
That's why I think Atlanta got. That's why I think Atlanta. It's more the reason why Atlanta may have made that pick was just to use it as a bargaining chip because they're going to make teams desperate. They knew that Penix was a highly sought after quarterback, and I would think that maybe it's Denver or Vegas who's going to have the pressure on him to go get a quarterback and make a deal with Atlanta to get him.
I don't know, man. I just don't see it.
What are their other options? To me right now, Minnesota make this trade, they're going to take J.J. McCarthy no matter what.
I don't see two things.
You think Denver's going to take Bo Nix?
The pick is in.
Come on.
Thank you, Ed. All right, let's change it to purple like Grimace.
There's no shot that Denver or Vegas are going to pick Bo Nix. That would be extreme desperation.
It's not. We're not ruling it out.
No, and it's been talked about. They said freaking 6 quarterbacks would go in the top 15.
All right, everybody put their Grimace hats on.
We're at 4. We're probably about to be at 5.
I just don't. I don't get the. Again, call it minor. I just feel like the Jets got out leveraged in this situation. But
Well, they actually picked up an extra pick too.
yeah,
So, you still are going to say I still picked up an extra player. So,
yeah. And like the Jets do get like a pick or two because remember they traded it
Mhm.
in the Zach Wilson trade.
hmm and just Alex, just for I don't know if you go into the spaces, but if you know base 718,
No, I don't.
okay. Well, in his spaces, he says Joe Shane is a coward. That's what I was thinking because he didn't draft a quarterback.
There's like multiple things that
Coward is the wrong strong word. That's what I'm talking about.
like I said it to somebody on Twitter today, and this will be a joke for our Yankee fans.
Mhm.
If New England didn't want to trade out, okay. I just blame that on a lot of different things, like the Giants didn't, I'm being a fan, the Giants didn't lose enough games or whatever the case may be, right? They didn't do whatever. Okay. Call it that. But if Joe Shane didn't want to give, there was a package apparently. Jordan Renan said, your first this year, for your first next year, and your second. In my opinion, that's a package I would take because you're getting your guy. If Joe Shane didn't want to do that, then he's Brian Cashman. My opinion, because Brian Cashman, even though he did it for the Soto trade, doesn't like to give up young prospects. That's just the way I see it.
Take. Oh my gosh.
I just realized something with Atlanta.
Okay.
Don't forget, they're getting investigated by the NFL right now because of the tampering with Cousins.
I don't think they take the contract away, though.
They wouldn't take the contract, but what if there's a suspension waiting?
I think
And that's why you get panics to see what you have. Let them work with him a little bit.
Wait a minute. You're going to suspend Cousins?
For involved with tampering period.
No.
No, you don't. That he's not tampering. That's the organization. That would be coach management. If you want to be technical, you don't penalize. And the players' union would vigorously fight that.
Yeah,
it's
Okay,
not
so
his
then
fault.
that
It's not
makes
his
sense.
fault.
Okay.
It's not his fault that they called him. And okay,
I just thought it was an idea. But okay, Armand says the NFL could take away Atlanta's first round pick next year. Hence why maybe. Oh, nope, that makes sense then.
That
So
doesn't
get the
do
quarterback
shit.
now because we may not be able to get one next year.
You're not teaching them shit, in my opinion.
She is definitely cute.
That makes sense then. Okay, forget. That's where the tampering plays in.
Can't believe your pom poms to me. I know. I'm bad. I'm a bad old man.
You're good.
Here come the Vikings.
This pick has been in for the longest while.
Well, let's see. Let's get our final guesses in. Who's going here?
McMarthy.
McCarthy. I'm agreeing with you there. I think it's JJ. Only reason you trade up.
JJ McMarthy. Imagine they trade up for like a tackle. Hey, listen, Fashanu's on the board.
I could see the Jets being like, step right up and come see what you can get.
Okay, special announcement. Okay, that's cool. Okay, so this is. I already know.
All right, let's take a
Here
look.
we go.
All right, next shift. Damn.
So the Vikings select. There it is. JJ McCarthy, Michigan.
Now,
honestly, that was best case scenario.
Big Pat. Oh my gosh, I love.
He's probably so happy right now.
Oh yeah, but the thing is, there are those who them and names, and, they call NYG, certain, and that's the problem. Look, disagree is to disagree.
Disagree.
But when you personalize it, then it's like, and I get Pat's point, but just like I did earlier. So I
Coach, I don't know. I think we were on the same stream when Don Martindale got fired. I said,
Mhm.
look, this team has till April to convince me of a plan and a vision. This is their
Mhm.
vision, so all I'm saying is better fucking work. My opinion.
That's fair. That's fair. That's the only thing I say, and I understand it. It has to work. You have to show some semblance of Jets pick is in. I'll be quiet.
Oh boy. All righty.
The picks are in for the Jets.
It hasn't came. It's funny. It hasn't came in up. Now it's came in. I see saw the Jets pick is in sign all the way in the front of the screen.
I say
so
Brock.
Okay.
I think it's going to be Brock Bowers.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I
I would
just
be
saw
happy.
it now. It's either Bowers or Fashanu to me. It's one of the
Yeah.
two.
Listen, those are my top 2 picks out of my big board left over right now. So
I don't
we'll
think
see
there's a
what
way you
happens.
could call that a loss. You move down one spot, gain more picks out of it, still get your guy. So no matter
So
how
if-
you look at it, Alex, and complain about, oh, they could have gotten more.
I'm just
Well,
saying.
they technically did get more to still get the same guy that they
Well,
wanted.
I'll say this.
So it's better for them.
Technically, you could call me right or wrong, but I did have Minnesota taking JJ, just not at the fourth, just not at the.
Yeah, I
the
had him at
fifth
11.
spot. This is
All
the
right.
first draft trade, though. We could say that.
Mm-hmm.
Why is that the player comp? What? And Daniel Jeremiah just said his player comp for JJ McCarthy is CJ Stroud.
Are you shitting me?
What?
No, it's not. Get the
I know
hell
it
out of
wasn't
here.
him. It was Charles Davis. Charles Davis just said it.
Get the hell out of here with that.
And then Jeremiah's board said Alex Smith.
That's a little bit more on par.
Yeah, I can accept Alex Smith.
But why did Charles Davis say CJ?
I have no idea with Charles.
Like, I get it that McCarthy has untapped potential, but come on. I don't know, man.
Also, I'm going to respond to Jets mess. He's been on me all night. I'm going to say this now. Brock is not a horrible pick. All 3 of your current tight ends are ineffective. So let's get Brock and solve that problem.
I'm going to guess that Jets Smith wants an offensive tackle, and I don't blame him.
Yeah, you also won a Super Bowl, but you've been wanting that for 50 years.
All right, folks, let's get back to the come on. Let's announce this pick. We know the Vikings are happy. They got their quarterback.
He doesn't
All right.
throw the ball in time.
Bowers,
That's right.
I would love this pick if it's Bowers. If it's Bowers, I'd love it.
Luca, I'm giving you permission to mute yourself and mute everything around you if you'd like. I
I
don't
want
know
to
where
watch his
you-
reaction, though, in silence. That's going to be very funny.
No, I'm just going to mute my sound. My mic's going to be on. No, Brian, he's right. Conklin's good, but he's not ineffective.
Yeah,
He needs
he's
better
good.
quarterback.
He's just not. He's
He's
not at the level of a
You
top
could
tier
definitely
tight
add
end.
a point.
Bowers would be a
that's the
top
thing.
tier.
He's not Broccoli Bowers.
But Bowers, you can also flex to the
Okay,
outside.
now he's getting out of hand. He's saying Brock Bowers would be the worst pick ever. Remember Vernon Golston? Let's
would
not go
not.
there.
It would not. Zach Wilson? All right, so he's coming out.
All right, here we go.
You can put me on the big
All right,
screen.
he's muting
I'm
the
just gonna
sound,
mute
which means he can't
I'm gonna
hear
mute
us.
my
That's
sound.
perfect.
I'm going to mute my sound. I'm not going to hear you guys, but I'm going to hear myself. All right,
let's see
here we
this.
go. Nobody's announcing it, just Goodell. With the 11th overall selection in the
purposely,
2024 NFL
like,
Draft, my New
create
York
an
Jets
over
select
dramatic
a player
reaction.
by the name of. All right, Fashanu.
Olu
All right,
Fashanu.
all right. One of my top
Fashanu's
two.
the pick. I
Mm.
honestly
All right.
am not mad at that.
No.
I'm not
No,
mad.
I'm not. All right, he was as I said, he was in the top 2.
It makes
of my
sense.
draft board. It makes a ton of sense because you have Tyron Smith. Again, I'll explain the logic. Tyron Smith, 1-year deal. Just get hurt a little bit often. Morgan Moses, 1-year deal. You need depth, and you know what? You get your guy.
Yep. It makes plenty of sense. I love it. Because here's why. You got Tyron Smith there. Tyron Smith's only on a 1-year deal. He's had injury concerns. You don't know what's going to come out of it, how healthy he'll stay, if he can still perform at the same level. It's better to go with the guy who can be a plug and play, no problem. Look at the number from PFF. No sacks allowed on 697 pass block snaps in his career. Never allowed a single one. That's incredible.
Now, who do the
This
Broncos
is a home
play?
run hit, no matter what.
It's
Oh,
Broncos
boy, is the
time.
Bowers crowd going to be pissed.
It don't matter. Listen.
No,
Plenty of time.
I agree with you. I agree.
Now the question is, who's going to get Bowers now? Colts.
Colts.
He can help. He can
He's
help
gonna slip.
block the schmuck that's blitzing. You know what would be? You know what would be an interesting pick? Bowers to New Orleans.
Seattle. Oh, New Orleans. Well, yeah. I mean, they have Juwan Johnson though.
But is he Brock Bowers? No, exactly.
Oh, pick is in for Denver. That took no time at all.
Mm.
Pick is in. Jacob just said Bo Nix. Imagine if it happens, I would laugh. Unbelievable. And Garofolo just mentioned something really interesting. We are 11 picks into the draft, and we have not had a single defensive player picked.
Yeah, because it's not great defensively at the top.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, saying Dallas Turner's not great defensively at the top is kind of wild, but
Brian, how many good offense? Look at the offensive players and look at the defensive players in this draft in the first round.
okay.
Are you surprised?
But what this is doing is pushing a lot of these defensive guys late in the first, but also deep into the second round. So you're still going to get value in the second round, defensively. So
let's see if we could take a corner in the second round, maybe.
You already know what corner I would go with.
Yeah, the guy I interviewed, Max Melton.
Exactly. So, but no, I mean, look. Go ahead.
Jacob said bombshell number 2. So,
Broncos pick
great.
is in.
I can't wait.
Broncos pick is in.
Wait, let me see. I'm logging off. Like Brian the Waffle is killing me. What is he talking about?
What?
Waffle?
Yeah, he said waffle. Is he talking about the microphone?
He said, he's saying you're waffling.
Oh, the
In
talking.
terms of takes. In terms of your
Wait, is he
takes.
talking about Justice Messi? He's talking about Jacob.
What did I say? I haven't said anything. Oh, you know what it is? Because I keep talking about, they could do this and that or this and that, and offering all the different possibilities.
That's
I guess
waffling.
it's getting under him. And you don't want me on the show. I can't believe that. That's great.
You guys will run it alone tomorrow. Okay.
Wait, what?
He's actually irritated. I love that.
I've never seen that's Justice Mess, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Never seen him that angry. If he is.
Listen, if he's bugged and irritated, so be it. This is how I do it. Okay. I offer you every possibility known. And if that annoys you because I'm talking too much, who cares?
And he also and Brian's a bit of a clown, but he's a fun clown.
I'm the fun kind of clown. I don't do nobody. I don't hurt nobody.
Okay, so we're gonna go back from commercial here.
What if it's corner?
I'm
You
still
think Denver
seeing
goes
commercials.
corner here?
I mean, if they trade Surtain,
They
Listen,
still need
I-
some way to work alongside
when
Surtain.
the whole thing happened, I'm like, look, if Denver was gonna come up and pick a quarterback, I would have traded back and got Surtain. Like if they were willing to give up the house, that's that's him and Deontay Banks. That's a solid core. You don't even need an above average secondary. You need a solid secondary.
Jacob, yo. Yo, all right.
Okay, that was good.
Yeah.
That was good.
Interesting.
I never got that response before from an actual viewer ever like, you're talking too much.
Well, listen, I will say this, right? It would be a pretty boring show if we just sat here in silence.
That's another thing.
Not like years past. But
And
What's-
how about that?
what's
I
the,
made it to the first 10 picks without a zone out. Can we acknowledge that for a sec? So I
Yeah.
won. Slam the over. You
once the
slammed the
13th
under on
pick
that.
is over, I do have a mini announcement, but it's not like huge.
Okay. Okay, Denver. Okay. Why are you taking so long?
Well, it's Sean Payton, you know. I don't know my feelings about Bo Nix, but if that's the pick, of course, I mean, it may be somebody else.
If it's Bo Nix, they're making a mistake.
But, you know, I wouldn't be surprised by that. And if anything, that's what I have in the books. But if you're really going to start you know, it could be a tank move if they don't. Because guess what? Shador could come out next year. He plays in the same state.
Hmm.
But
Josh
why would you
Rosen
wait
type of situation.
But my thing is, why would you wait a year?
I would have thought they would stick. I would think they would stick around with Zach and see what they can work with this
That
year.
guy has like no eyebrows and all forehead.
Who?
One of the guys in the war room.
All right, Goodell's walking up.
He's walking. Here we go.
He's walking and talking.
Li just said the Yankees fell to the A's 3-1.
Well, that's a good sign for the Knicks because those two teams never win on the same day.
But oddly enough, the Knicks and Rangers went on the same days.
That's happened before.
12th
All
pick,
right.
2024 draft. Broncos select.
They did it, didn't they?
Yeah, I heard it.
Not surprised in the slightest.
I forgot who called it. I
had this in my mock originally, so I've had this in my mock for several weeks.
No. Wow.
Oh, man. Payne's really been hitting the pipe lately, ain't he? Whew,
There you go.
Mm.
it's terrible. Oh, he's going to regret that. Whew.
Here's the question now. First defensive player selected?
Oh, my gosh. Vegas might have to. Good choice. Oh, I need a second. I got a head rush. Oh,
So I got, let's see, 3 picks right, and then add this one.
6 quarterbacks in the top 12 picks. And I think that is the first time.
Yeah.
6 in the first 12. I cannot believe that ended up being true.
Supply and demand. Supply and demand.
That freaking Atlanta move changed everything. Atlanta doesn't do that. I don't think this happens.
No, it probably would have been. I mean, still, the question is, will the Raiders have taken Bo Nix?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I think.
I cannot believe Bo Nix just went at 12.
No, let me say this, right? Who's a team that will take Spencer Rattler? Because he'll be, in my opinion, he's the next quarterback off the board.
He'll be going Giants round 2 if that's the case. So Raiders typically should be going defense here, and the pick is in for Vegas.
I say corner. You know me.
Alex, did you hit the thing yet?
Oh, Raiders pick is in.
Yep.
All right, here we are.
So I'm thinking it's probably going to be corner here. If not corner, I don't know where else you go. Could go edge, maybe. Stack him up with Max Crosby.
You could, but
So probably Turner or Arnold is what I'm thinking. One of the Alabama guys.
Hmm.
Who knows?
wouldn't surprise me.
But based off these picks, I don't think the Raiders have a choice but to run it through this year with Gardner Minshew as quarterback.
That's not necessarily. It's not a bad thing based on the way they're
No, it's
rostered.
not. I think Minshew's a lot better than people make him out to be.
You never know what happens later too if somebody wants to trade a quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, let's be real. You know, on the flip side, not even never mind. I'm not even gonna put it into existence. Never mind.
And here comes Goodell.
Oh boy.
Mm.
All right. I say corner. Mine might not be right, but I think Kenyon Mitchell.
I think it's going to be corner or edge.
So get off
Select.
with these quarterbacks.
No way.
Let me see this.
Wow. Wow, what a pick. They just really took best available on the board. I can't hate them.
Wow. Him and Michael Mayer?
Yep. It's Bowers. Brock Bowers and Michael Mayer together on the same offense.
Bowers can really also play like a receiver, so.
Mm-hmm. And don't forget, his blocking ability is something else, too.
I don't
He
hate it.
uses that size properly.
Mm-hmm. Damn, girl, nice tattoo.
Monster.
Like that leg tattoo is nice.
Bowers is a Raider. That's just that's actually really good. Putting him with Devontae Adams.
It also balances out and helps you in your run game too, because you can put the two
Mhm.
tight ends out there. It forces your defense sometimes. Even if you want to put both on in line on either side, your defense has to almost play honest. So it helps your quarterback.
The Saints are listening to trade offers right now.
Yeah,
Okay.
it makes sense because they're seeing it's
And they're up
probably
next.
But
Yeah.
who the hell? Who's going? What are you trading up for? Is my question.
We are now at 14. We're going to pick 14 still with no defensive players taken.
If somebody needs an offensive lineman, I mean, you still have offensive linemen there too.
Waga, maybe.
Fuaga, Furtado, Guyton. You know, the point is, you do have offensive because that's usually what happens. But we haven't seen the cornerback, so is somebody in love with a cornerback and they're worrying about, but if they don't get the trade, then what do the Saints do?
Maybe the Rams.
Unbelievable.
But who would the Rams want to move up for? It'd probably be more. I mean, you could say Murphy because they want to replace Aaron Donald or
True. Or if they like Jerzon Newton that high.
yeah.
I'm checking the Jets page to see if anybody's complained yet about the Fashanu pick.
I have a question for Coach, but I'm going to say it after this. So
Mhm.
I would just say, you're saying, Luca?
No, I was going to say the Bowers boys on Twitter are not going to be happy, but who cares at that point?
Yeah, majority of them are saying it was a great pick. Got to protect Old Man Rivers back there.
Hey,
That's what
I
they're
guess,
saying.
yeah. But I will say that Monday will be our final Boys in the Big Apple podcast as we transition to a little bit more of the video content. We'll still be doing Yankee streams and stuff and Knicks streams, of course, but decided to after Monday put our coats up and put our hats up as far as that podcast goes. So just wanted to put that out there. Coach, let me ask you a question.
mm-hmm.
I saw like multiple Giant content creators put it out. Do you think Tavondre Sweat is really going to fall to something like the 4th round because of a DUI?
It's possible. It's very possible.
The Giants better steal him.
Because teams are concerned. I mean, they're just concerned. But as Carter has shown too with the Eagles, you still take the talent.
Yeah. No, I mean, no, Jacob, we're obviously doing like Yankee streams and Knicks streams and Giant streams, but it's not doing Boys in the Big Apple.
So it's going to be more like play-by-play. More like play-by-play streams and, that kind of stuff.
So,
Okay.
Jets never considered Bowers. It was a smokescreen. It's pretty interesting.
Okay, what are you talking about?
And I guess with the whole thing about McCarthy being in for so many Giant visits, that was a smokescreen. So, but at the end of the day, once they went alt, we knew what direction the New York Giants were going. So.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Question is,
they're taking this down to like the 3-minute mark, so they might trade.
Question is, if Neighbors went at 5 to the Chargers, what would have the Giants done?
Odunze.
Probably, yeah. Here's a good one. Schefter, 2 minutes ago. 6 QBs have gone in the first 12 picks. First time since the infamous famed 1983 QB draft class. That first round, 6 in the first 12.
All right.
Was it 6 in the first 12?
Yep, they had 6 in the first 12 that year.
Because Marino went late.
Let's see.
I'm just going to get rid of my mock draft because it's in shambles at this point. Not even worth it.
Getting their asses handed a little bit.
Yeah, the
2.5 to go for the Saints. They're really trying to move this pick. If they can't move, they got to pick.
Let's see. I'm looking at it right now. John Elway, number 1.
I think Ken O'Brien was in that draft.
Mm-hmm. Ken O'Brien was in the draft.
Eagles quarterback?
If you said 83, it wasn't 6 in the first 12.
Yeah, they said 83.
That's what
The
I said.
1983 draft.
It was 6 in that draft, but Marino was late.
6 were taken the
Elway-
first round. It was
Elway-
Elway, Blackledge, Kelly, Eason, O'Brien, and Marino.
Yeah, but that carried all the way out till 27.
But let me see. Yeah, and the top. Yeah, it makes no sense. In the top 12,
Yeah.
only 2 QBs were taken.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When you said it, I'm like, in the top 12? No.
He must have. Okay, so he wrote the tweet wrong, Schefter. Oh, wait. No, I read it wrong. You can count that as a
Good
zone
job.
out, people. 6 QBs now have gone in the first 12 picks, matching the total that went in the first round of the famed 1983 QB draft class.
Okay.
It wasn't the same. It wasn't the same pick range. It was just in the first round overall.
Mm-hmm.
There's my first one. Thank you, people. Appreciate it.
All right, ladies and gentle folks, the pick is in.
So is this where we get defense, or are we still sticking offense?
They got to go offense.
What are you thinking? You thinking maybe tackle? They go get Fulaga here?
Thomas Jr.
Brian Thomas Jr.?
It's my opinion.
Okay.
I mean,
I think
they do need a receiver next to Chris Olave because Michael Thomas is gone. So
yeah. But I also think they need protection for Derek Carr. Remember, I said that tackle line is those outsides are still vulnerable. They need something. The interior is pretty okay, but it's the outside you got to worry about with the Saints.
shit.
Oh, nope, that's eating it. NFL Network. Ian Rappaport just said the growth, the trend is showing. It looks like the Saints will go tackle because there's a concern with Ryan Ramczak's knee. It's not healing the way they expected it to. So there's the stronger possibility they go tackle here to be his potential replacement.
Denver had a private workout with Bone next
Which opens the door for Fulaga.
I have them selecting. Let's see. Let me go back. Yeah, I have them selecting Fatanu,
Who taking Fatanu?
the Saints.
Yeah.
So tackle's very much the part, I think.
They're getting good looks.
We're almost halfway done, believe it or not.
If I'm going to look at Rattler right now, Rattler at earliest, I would look at him as a third round, me personally.
I would say third, fourth, but he could be taken in the second. That's just the way I see it.
Right now, I mean, if I'm looking at Allen Iverson. If I'm looking in the second round for the Giants, I'm going to be honest. Right now, I'm thinking defensive back. If not, unless it's BPA. Now if you want to go, John Starks is there. Okay. But if you want to go, okay. Go ahead.
Fulaga it is. So I was right.
There we go.
Jacob with a good question. Alex and Coach, do y'all consider Rattler?
Mm-hmm.
And if so, how soon?
We were just
talking about that.
Yeah, sorry, I was focusing on Twitter. I'm trying to make sure of what's going on because there's more talks of possible trades. I'm like, it's 1,000 things a minute.
Kirk Cousins was not given a heads up that the Atlanta Falcons would take Penix.
Ooh.
Oh, we're gonna have trouble in paradise.
I just don't understand why you would do that. If you're the Falcons, take somebody like a developmental guy, like a Rattler or a Milton or that guy. I don't know. I'm just like,
Yeah, I'm still lost with that pick.
15. Where do the Colts go?
Well, let's see. They don't have Bowers anymore, right? Bowers is gone.
Mm-hmm.
They wanted their other options would be. Let me see what I have on my board, real quick.
Still no defense.
So on my board for Indy, here's some things to note. I said their biggest needs they have are corner, receiver, and edge. If they're smart, they could go a corner here. The receiving core, you could go a little early and get Brian Thomas Jr. if you'd like. If you go corner, there's plenty available like Terry and Arnold, Kool-Aid McKinstry, Cooper DeJean, all those good guys. You also have at the edge spot, Latu and Turner are still there. So it's a full pick on the defensive end. Pick anybody you want. And for receiver, you'd be reaching for Thomas a little bit. Just a hair.
Everyone now thinks that an Ayuk deal is incoming. Well, it's not the Giants, so it's going to be the Pats or the Washington.
Armand with the source that I use. Remember the source?
Yeah.
Rochelle.
Yep.
We've been going after him lately. He's been hitting some stuff right on the head. He had that Mike Williams stuff way before a lot of people. That's big.
Well, so far, every player that's been picked has been a first-round pick in my book. Just obviously not all of them have been correct.
Let me make sure I read this right. I think Schefter just added another record thing. Here we go. The record of most offensive players to open a draft was 7 in 2021. The record has now been doubled. First 14 picks are all offensive players.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yo, what the hell is up with y'all? Y'all are failing like crazy. Let me see. Hartenstein, 5.
And Florida wins. The Panthers beat the Lightning 5-3. It's a 3-0 lead in the series. Take one in Emily. Smell a sweet.
Hartenstein and Robinson, 8 fouls in total. That's crazy, man.
What's going on with the Knicks?
Well, they're down 14, not 14, excuse me. They're going to be down 12, but this is what happens. You know, Coach had brought up the stat with the personal fouls. This is what happens when you allow a free throw merchant to get to the line as much as he does. I'm telling you right now, it's not basketball what Joel Embiid does.
What's interesting to me is Steven Chen's. I'm looking at his minutes. Only 24 minutes tonight.
He's not on. He has 5 points.
Yeah, over 2 from 3.
He had 5 at halftime.
Deuce has been shooting well. Bogdanovich is doing okay, but 13 minutes off the bench, and Precious isn't even seeing the floor. He's got 7 minutes on there.
And Anunoby had 11 points at halftime, and he still has 11 points.
What sucks about this is that the Sixers fans are going to be unbearable. That's what sucks the most. They're going to be worthless.
And
Dallas Turner eating Doritos. Okay.
Could have swore I heard somebody say, I don't want to ever hear again that Brunson's better than Maxey.
Okay.
I swear to it. I swear to you, I heard that. I read that somewhere.
That's a defensive foul. He slid into him. Okay. For Dynamite, Falcons called Cousins when they were on the clock to let him know. From what I learned, Cousins understood the quarterback. But you let him know. Okay.
The only response from the from Cousins' camp and his reps are them saying it's a business. We know how it goes.
I guess that's a mature way to take it.
Yeah.
I think Aaron Rodgers didn't take it pretty well when Jordan Love was drafted, but it is what it is.
You know, it just means I have a chip on your shoulder. You got to play harder.
Correct.
Yeah, basically, because if Cousin really plays his tail off, then you're in a quandary. Because once you get to that third year, if he's playing well, because you got to decide if you're going to pick up that that 5th year option.
Colts pick is in.
And also, Penix is an older player. So.
See what happens because I think they're gonna maybe Goodell's walking up now.
I'm waiting to see. I see them zooming the camera in on the
That's what
NFL Network side.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing.
Wish the Giants would get some damn cheerleaders.
Seattle's
Yeah.
now on the clock.
He played Jacob. He played last year, the last 2 years. So, I mean, I get the history, but you have to be pretty confident and secure. And for the most part, I mean, that's just like what happens in football.
Can't wait till the schedules come out.
Yeah, that's going to be a good one.
May 9th.
You know who we're going to probably get to start.
Cowboys?
Here he comes.
Gosh, yeah.
Colts, 15th pick, 2024 draft. Indy selects Latu, edge from UCLA. The first defensive player off the board is Latu. I'm going to say I'm shocked by it, but I'm not necessarily shocked by it.
No, Latu can play, man.
He can.
And people, I know people are gonna question his history with the spinal when he originally retired at Washington before he came back. The kid can play. The kid is a hell of a defensive edge player.
It's an incredible pick. Regardless, getting him or Dallas Turner, anybody from here gets defensive players projected top 10, you hit a homer. Yeah, there's no loss here. It's a steal now. Freaking Seattle's got full pick of anybody they want right now.
Basically.
They can do whatever they want. Perfect.
And that's what's happening is pushing defenders down. So now the question is, are we going to get a run on defensive players?
This would be the chance. I mean, listen, Jacksonville needs a corner and a D lineman more than anything else.
And all these cornerbacks are dropping.
Yeah.
They are dropping. So
Quinyon Mitchell's still there. Terry Arnold, Kool-Aid, Cooper, they're all there.
They're all exactly.
And same for D-line. Byron Murphy and Drizzy Newton are still there too.
I mean, Latu with the Murphy twins when he played, they were just, and they had the number one defense in all of college football.
That's right.
Did we lose Brian? I mean,
I think his camera just shut off.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember that. So, that's going to be.
Seahawks can't pick Penix now.
Mm-mm.
So I think they're going defense again. As you guys said, there might be a string of defensive players. I think Seattle's picking defense. Jacksonville's picking defense. I think they go to the tackle spot when it comes to Cincinnati. So
this makes sense too for the Colts because of Houston. Now you want to get after Houston and even Jacksonville. Yeah, so it even makes a bit more sense now that I think about it. So suit is nice. Suit game is definitely nice. Talking Giants loves neighbor pick. Yeah, I know he does. He said it. You know, I mean, most Giants fans are going to love it. There is the facet that just wants to get out from under Daniel Jones. That's really what it boils down to. And I do understand. So, but, you know, as I've said, as others have said, you know, Jones, I mean, Mara has even said it, you know, he's done everything to screw this kid up. So, you know, but now it's in his hands. That one player and what they've done during the preseason with the offensive line, especially if it comes together. And yes, you're relying on Evan Neal, you know, solidifying himself. But if this all happens, and everything is a but, I get it. Right. But if you do everything you're supposed to do, now it's Daniel Jones. Show me what you got.
Absolutely.
Yep.
I haven't seen anything about the Seattle pick, so we're still waiting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm thinking Seattle. Let me go pull up my needs. I did a whole chart not too long ago about team needs. Let me see what I have, and I'll tell you guys where I feel we're at. And this was like whole breakdowns. It's a little outdated by about a month or two, but I'll give you guys what I have. So as of last, I said edge was a big need for them, defensive line and offensive tackle.
Yeah.
I think at this point, the tackle market's kind of winded down. Not really something you could go to at this point, but edges are still on the board. Dallas Turner going to Seattle would be a massive hit. And same for
Jacob,
Byron Murphy.
I'd have to check their Twitter. They're actually at the draft right now.
That's
So
right. They are.
Let me take a look. G Nation. Did he post anything?
Oh crap!
What's the matter?
Did you guys see the footage of what happened in the Falcons war room?
No.
You want me to pull it up?
If you can, sure, because I know we're in between picks right now.
I forgot who was on. I think it's on the it was on the channel for what's it called? Yeah, I'm gonna share the screen real quick if I can.
Yeah, neither one of them had posted anything to Jacob.
I'm gonna share it on my X side, so you guys are seeing it here. This is, if you guys don't know, here in the middle is the Falcons GM Terry Fentanyl, and that's Arthur Blank, the owner. Apparently, he had to explain to Arthur what he did and why he picked Penix, because he was not happy.
Wow.
They're saying that Arthur was not thrilled about this pick. He was not happy.
I mean, I wouldn't be happy
So now the GM has upset the owner.
Ooh, so now he's on the clock too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I wouldn't be happy if I just signed, if I was Arthur Blank, I wouldn't be happy if I just spent $180 million on a quarterback and just drafted another one in the first round with premium picks.
I thought the owner was on board. I'm going to be honest. So, and Phil Sims says, great pick by the New York Giants. Neighbors in my opinion, is the best wide receiver in the draft.
I disagree with that, but in terms of the wide receiver being the best in this draft,
here's the debate. Yeah, go ahead.
Here's something on the Buccaneers front. Still 10 picks before the Bucs are on the clock at 26, but the early extreme offensive tilt certainly helps. Turner will almost assuredly go in the next few picks, but this could push Jared Verse down if they don't want to go interior offensive line. So if the Bucs don't want to go interior, they could go after a guy like Jared Verse because the defensive players have slipped. Doors open for Tampa. Here we go, Seattle.
saying defense.
Seattle, they're saying you're washed. They're saying you ain't got it no more. They're saying you're going to be a top 10 pick team next year. How do you respond? How do you respond here?
Still wondering as to why they hired the offensive coordinator from Washington. Like, why not hire? I feel like there was a couple more coaches they could have hired, but nonetheless.
I love it. So somebody on Giants Twitter just said Giants fans are the only fan base that does understand team building. There was no QB there, and we just got a generational receiver, and you're crying about it.
Yeah, well, I don't get it. I don't see the crying, so okay.
That's what I'm saying. I haven't seen any of it either, so where's that coming from?
But it could be in the spaces. That's the other thing, too. It could be in spaces that they're in there.
There's a reason I don't touch spaces. I haven't touched them in years.
There's one group that I will say that, yeah, they were just strictly quarterback or nothing.
Anti-Jones agenda.
Yeah.
Of course.
No, literally, I've even heard a couple of them say, just trade all the picks to go up to number one. And I'm like, okay. You're trying to do a New Orleans Saints back in the day. For
Ricky Williams.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I stuck with Jones, but And I listen, when he starts, I'll still stick with him, but at the same time, I don't hate the guy. I'm
No.
not, it's nothing personal, like they
Exactly.
take it, but at the same time, I'm not going to be happy if he doesn't produce, and I already know what I see is on the field. So,
Look, I understand that, and that's fair. And that's the thing. It's you know what? Fine. You don't like them. You don't like them. But in the same token, what are you going to do? Not root for your team to succeed?
yeah. We about to get the Seattle.
Something's another stupid thing. Luca will get a kick out of this. This is a Jets fan that said this. These people really drafted an offensive lineman that won't see the field. Joe Douglas is so clueless. That's what was literally said about Olufashanu.
Well, can't Smith also bump inside if you needed to?
There is the possibility, yes.
So I mean, if the rookie comes in and beats him out, and that just helps strengthen you, but it also gives you depth and covers you for injuries. And it's a future offensive lineman that can help you going forward.
And Tyron Smith is only signed to $6 million, so he could be a backup.
Here's a good one. Raiders, they're getting ready to announce the pick now for the Seattle. I'm going to hold this for a sec.
Oh wow, Mitchell Robinson got hurt.
Not again.
Yeah, they're saying that Embiid did something. Embiid has been playing very dirty today. I will say that.
New pick, 2024 draft. The Seahawks select Byron Murphy, defensive lineman, Texas.
Next, it makes
Start
sense.
with Murphy.
Put him right next to Leonard Williams, which it will help. I mean, it really will help each of them. So that makes sense.
And I think I brought that up too earlier when we were doing our mocks. I think I had Murphy going to Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think you did.
Mm-hmm.
I was saying interior made sense for him.
Thing. Yeah.
His comp, according to Jeremiah, is Ed Oliver. And if that's his comp, that's a great pickup.
That's a good comparison. Definitely. They're not extremely big, but they're quick and they use good technique when they play. So I mean, look at that dude's arms.
Vikings just traded up to 17.
What? They traded with Jacksonville.
Oh my gosh, coach is gonna be heated.
Oh no. Minnesota.
My boy is gonna be heated from East Coast Gridiron.
Let me do this.
He's a Jaguars fan.
Let me do this real quick. Raiders offense, now that deal's been made. Minshew, Devontae Adams, Jacoby Myers, Brock Bowers, Michael Mayer. It's perfect for if you want to run a 22 personnel. That'd be perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And you could also add, the only thing they need now is a running back. Zamir White's great, but he ain't a starter to me. Pick is in. Minnesota made the pick instantly. Seattle's defense now looks like this. Byron Murphy at tackle, Leonard Williams at the end, Boye Mafe at linebacker, Witherspoon in the corner spot with Reek Woolen. That's a scary defense.
You also don't forget you have Kobe. What's his name? I think it's Kobe Bryant too. Is the slot corner
Yes, Kobe Bryant. He's good.
Mm-hmm. So their defense is really tuning in, is solidifying, and they have good offensive talent. It's just really going to be the quarterback. Well, from 17 to 23. Okay, so they didn't.
Did Minnesota go edge in free agency?
What is this? Wait, no, they lost somebody. I think they lost Daniel Hunter.
They did.
Yeah.
But then they replaced him. I think they got Jonathan Grenard from Houston.
That's right.
They did.
But you also got our boy from the Giants.
Dalvin?
No, what you call it? Wings boy.
Jihad Ward.
Yeah.
Garbage player.
So let me see if I can get the full terms of that trade. It just popped up briefly, and he's coming out for the pick now for Minnesota at 17. Let me see what the terms of that trade was real quick. Vikings get number 17. Jaguars got 23, 167, and a 2025 third and fourth.
Wow. Okay.
That's a lot.
That is a lot.
Third
17th pick in the 24 draft. Vikings select Dallas Turner, edge, Alabama.
Okay.
I'm guessing they knew that somebody was going to take it up in front of them. Maybe the Rams or Cincy. They must have known.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the Rams, it can make sense for the Rams. Who else is there after them? Let me take a look at the board.
Pittsburgh, Miami, Philly.
Couldn't see Pittsburgh.
Couldn't see Miami because they're going to need tackle more than anything else. And then Philly would make sense. They would need some extra edge help.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It could be. It could have been Philly.
So with Cincy on the board, let's take a look at what they've done so far now that they're on the clock. So this offseason, they've gotten Sheldon Rankins, Geno Stone, Zach Moss, Trent Brown, Mike Gesicki, and Von Bell among the notable people. However, they have also lost in that time span. Let me see. Wait, where are you? Where did you go? Where are you? They've lost. Here we go. Joe Mixon, who they traded away. Chidobe Awuzie. Jonah Williams, DJ Reader, Nick Scott, and Irv Smith Jr. And they've gotten back and re-signed Akeem Davis-Gaither, Trent Irwin, and Tanner Hudson. That's who they've gotten. Their needs, most importantly, are receiver, corner, and tackle.
Heavyweight champion. Woo!
What's up, man?
Oh, and by the way, everyone, thanks for everyone tuning in.
Yep.
If you haven't already done so, hit that like button. Make sure everyone subscribes and hits the notifications so you know when we all post our content. And always, please share on all your social media platforms. We really appreciate you guys. Thank you. We love and appreciate you. Go ahead, Brian. You got it.
I couldn't say that any better. I am going to say,
tell a friend.
With those Bengals, there's a lot of things they did lose and gain. It's just for them, I think it just comes down to a few things. With their news that Higgins has requested a trade again, and Hendrickson now wants out at the defensive spot, that leaves some holes possibly on the edge side.
Good point.
But also, they still have needs at the receiver spot, at the corner spot, and at tackle. They did not solve the tackle problem during this free agency. The closest they got Trent Brown to replace Jonah Williams. Great. But they still need something on that other side. I think it'd be very hard.
Do they have Orlando Brown?
Yeah, but you also got to think these massive contracts, some of this stuff ain't guaranteed. If they're going to want more money as they get older, you might have to, get somebody considering the backup role. But I think tackle's kind of out of the question now. You make a good point. It'll probably be more on the edge side. But if that's the case, receiver, corner, edge.
Brian Thomas Jr.
So Brian Thomas Jr. could go here. Terrion Arnold or one of those big four corners could go here. And you could also throw in, if you want to go in the edge spot, is there really anybody else you could throw here now that Turner's off the board? Do you go Jared Verse?
I don't think so.
I wouldn't think you go Jared Verse either. Now that Latu and him are off the board and Turner off the board? No. What's there left to pick?
Luca, where are the Bowers boys?
I didn't even look at their tweets, I'll be honest. But I know they're pretty pissed off right now because they I'm not going to say it because it's pretty vulgar.
Who's mad about what?
No, there's a section of Jets fans called the Bowers boys who really wanted Brock Bowers. And if I was going to say what the reaction would be in vulgar terms, I just don't want to say it.
You think we'd get banned?
It's pretty disgusting what I think, but
I wouldn't be shocked. Like I said, with the Jets fan base, you guys are just bad when you're drunk, but there is definitely a side of you that's super toxic.
Right.
Like really bad. So the main edge players left now in this draft here in the first round are Verse and Chop. That's it. As the main guys considered. And maybe Darius Robinson towards the end.
Damn, I do see Jets fans complaining. One, we should have never signed Tyron Smith if this was going to be the move. Here's another one. Woody fired Douglas and Salah tonight.
Yeah. I'm not going to say what they were doing, what these people were doing pre-draft because it's pretty disgusting what I think they were doing, but no.
Sauce Gardner tweeted, for the Jets fans at the draft, I'm coming to see y'all right now.
He is from Michigan, I think.
Yeah, he was there tonight.
Another one. I hate the Jets. I hope they lose every game next year.
Yeah, I'm gonna check the Jets' actual page itself. Pick is in for Cincinnati.
Let's play that.
Ring
Dinger.
the alarm.
Play it. Music to my ears. It's like Christmas. This is my Christmas,
Season of giving.
and also taking sometimes.
Yes.
I'm gonna look at the Olu Fashanu moment he'll never forget. I'm gonna read the comments on this. Can someone please make me happy about this pick? Happy for him, but I just don't want to think about the things his fan base will blame him for when Bowers is the next Gronk.
Mm.
They were never interested in Bowers, so there's that.
Yeah,
Yeah, Jacob, no corners have come off. None.
I will forget it by blacking out tonight.
Listen, when
And a good amount of the other people are just saying, I love this, I love him already, love this guy.
I'll just say we do pick Bowers, and Tyron Smith gets hurt mid-season.
Mm-hmm.
What happens then? You put in Carter Warren and Max Mitchell, or are you going to have the guy who could be your future right behind him? And who said we can't draft a tight end in the next few rounds?
Literally.
Jared
And
Wiley.
who said Brock Bowers was the only good tight end in this draft? Come on.
Correct.
It's not true.
Jared
Many.
Wiley. I rate him high. Ben Sinnott. I rate him high.
Brevin Spanford.
Yep. Who said Ben Sinnott?
Did you,
No all.
I said Sinnott.
No all. No all. No all. No all. From Iowa. Not right now.
Yeah. Eric All? No.
Yeah, too many. I found out the hard way. Too many injuries.
What about Jaheim Bell? He was really high up.
Bell.
I'm not a
too long
fan.
ago.
Young from what's that from Penn State? Is it Young or Johnson? Johnson.
Theo Johnson.
Wait,
Said Cade Stover.
did Brian? Did you
Is it-
interview Jared Wiley or no?
I did not interview. Did I interview Jared Wiley? No, I don't think I did.
Luca got Sinnott.
Yeah, you got Sinnott. I got Brevin Spanford.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I had Spanford.
I think the Giants ought to go tight end at some point in this draft.
I did, Jacob, watch a little bit, but it was just one film. I still think he's a developmental project. He has some good talent, but yeah, I mean, he can develop. But for me, he's a late round, 6th, 7th round draft pick right now.
So I'm gonna answer one other thing you said. Did Wawa Becton sign yet?
No.
No, but I'll tell you one thing. From what I heard, the door's still not closed on him returning to the Jets on a short deal to be a backup. That's been communicated.
Because he probably overrated his market.
Luca, did you just rule out the fact that he sucks?
I didn't rule it out. I know he sucks. I know he sucked last season, but I think he overvalued his market. And Goodell's coming in.
I was about to say, we ever getting his Bengals pick?
Here we go. The Cincinnati Bengals select Amarius Mims, offensive tackle, Georgia. Wow, he went high.
I hit that one right on the money.
Mm-hmm.
He went high, man. I thought Fatanu would have gone before him. Although, to be fair, being almost 6'8" and 340 is insane. I don't know. For that alone, that's worth a high pick.
And you know what the problem was with the Jet fans in the Bowers crowd? They thought it was the only way to go. To be fair,
Come on.
come on's right. In the way the Jets did it or did free agency, whatever you want to call it, they created a lot of ways they could go via draft. They could obviously do tackle, receiver, or tackle, receiver, or tight end with Bowers. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
but again, you have a lot of ways to go. Either way, as I said, I could be happy, or most fans could be happy. But they said it's literally those fans of the Bowers crowd said literally that's the only way to go, which is not true.
What I find interesting is we talked about this when we were at the Senior Bowl, and I told you, you guys were all in on Fuaga. You loved Talise Fuaga. But I also said, there's no guarantee you're going to get Fuaga. If Fashawn is still available, I fully expected you guys to go Olu over Fuaga. And you were presented that opportunity today, and you went with Olu.
Max, what's up? I like the neighbors pick, but I still have questions at the quarterback.
Wow.
Rams are up at number 19. The current needs I have for them at the moment, the Rams could use a corner, edge, or tackle. Secondary needs I have is quarterback, interior O-line, and safety. And interior O-line because they did lose Coleman Shelton, their center.
The Rams could definitely go defensive tackle.
Yeah, that definitely would be something. Actually, you know what? Let me see if ESPN's got the live tracker of prospects still available.
Jerzon Newton's still available.
Yeah, I'm just looking. Yeah, Jerzon Newton would be actually a really good pick here. According to them, the best fit for the Rams at this moment would be Jared Verse, in their opinion.
I had late too, but he's off the board.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at here.
Wow.
And according to them, the best overall player still available is Quinyon Mitchell.
50 burger. A 50 burger, man.
For Embiid?
Yeah. Brunson had 39, but a 50 burger, man.
Jesus.
What happened, man?
Fisk is very high if you're talking about this pick. If you're talking about the next pick they have in the second round, maybe.
Jerzon Newton would be a good pick for them here if they really want tackle. D-line.
Yeah.
I think I also said for them, I really like the corner and edge market. You can't miss with the corner right now. No, not a single way you're missing with the corner at this spot.
You can't miss with the corner, and you can't miss with the edges also.
Yep, same thing. You got Verse right here, who they say is best fit. You got Mitchell and Arnold here.
They signed Darius Williams, so.
And if you're going tackle, you got Guyton or Fatanu, right?
Mm-hmm. But does Fatano fit your system?
Why did ESPN have him classified as a guard?
Because there's the mix-up, because he's actually 6'4" and a little bit over about 310, 315, I believe. So, and he's athletic enough to play inside a guard. He really is. Mm-hmm. So, it's just that at Washington, he was the best offensive lineman. He's very athletic, very good foot movement. He is stronger than most people think. It's just that he's not a physically imposing left tackle.
Yeah.
The pick is in for the LA Rams.
And we do this.
We love LA.
Yeah, I gotta agree with Coach Ed. He looks more like athletically fluid and fluid, I guess, in terms of technique, but rather than he doesn't look like a mauler to me.
No.
I'll address what Li said real quick. They didn't show him in a neck brace yet. No, after the dynamite stuff, no, they haven't shown it. But I'm sure we're gonna see him if they want to keep the kayfabe.
Thank you for the super chat, Li.
Okay, so now we have two Lakers.
What's the Rams wide receiver core? Coop, Nakua. Yeah, they probably won't get a wide receiver here.
Nakua, Cup.
I was saying, literally, edge would be a good spot to fill. You really need some good pressure now that Donald's gone. You need somebody.
I know
Jacob's on the same wave.
Yeah, I know my buddy Jake Kellenbogen loves Chop Robinson, so
Listen, they're not picking Chop. I'm going to be honest with you, they're not picking Chop. If they're going to go edge, it'll be Verse, nothing else.
Damn.
Yeah, exactly. It wouldn't make sense for Khan to be in the neck brace. You have to keep the story going after the shots he took last night. He's also right. I am 100% hoping it's not Chop. If it's Chop, I'm going to be very upset. I want Chop. I don't care what corner's on the board. We need edge help.
Goodell's coming in.
Unless somebody like Kool-Aid's still on the board, then I would definitely change my mind.
Booger. With that orange jacket.
Oh, my gosh.
Okay, LA, you're up.
Rams select. There it is. Jared Verse, edge.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it wasn't Chop. Woo! It's a great
Jacob,
pick for the Rams.
exactly, Jacob. You're going to have second in the second round, and please let my boy fall to my team. So, but I don't care.
I don't want to jinx it, but
Nah.
we're on a pretty good track.
Yeah. So I mean, hell, you can get TJ Tampa like him also. So I mean, whoever, it doesn't matter. You know, it's just good defensive players are moving down, and you know now offensively, you know if you can get what you called in the third round. I still believe you can get him in the third round if you wanted a quarterback.
Rattler?
Yeah.
I like the comp for Verse. The comp for Verse is Will Anderson
he
Jr.
doesn't. Rattler doesn't fit their likes because he's 6 foot, barely six, a little bit under 6'1". So I don't know if they would go with him.
Yeah, he's short.
Yeah, he's short. Now that I think about it, they
I'll be
probably
real.
would.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, go ahead. Go ahead.
I'll be real with you, Li. I'm more of a WWE guy, but I do keep an eye on AEW here and there. So yeah, that storyline's interesting. They're trying to build stories now, which I'm very happy about because you can't just keep putting in old names like that and waste the young talent and not have any story instead of like, I'm better. No, I think I'm better. Okay, let's fight.
Mitch, Earl, and Sarah and them, they're slowly drawing me back into wrestling. Slowly. I mean, since my era, you know, it's just now I'm like.
AEW likes to do like the more hardcore stuff, kind of like ECW style.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, their stories fall very flat, and it's very hard to buy into the storylines and stuff when that happens. With WWE, the wrestling is not as intense still. It's getting a little bit at a time, but the stories are way much better, and all the moves make way more sense.
Well, look, I'm more of starting to get back into the ladies.
Oh yeah, they've been killing it lately.
Yeah, I know, and that's the thing. That's what I'm saying with the group that I talk to. You know, they have women. They have like 4 or 5 women who stream the wrestling. So
yep,
that's why it's like. And the Pittsburgh Steelers are up. This has to be offensive line. This has to be.
Has to be. Faltani would go right here.
Or JPJ.
Look, Furtado here, or Powers. I mean, Powers or Furtado. As one who grew up before being a Giants fan back in the 70s, and my dad's a Steelers fan. Yeah. I mean, and you right now you have to protect. You have to do something to help Wilson and Fields anyway. So, an offensive line would definitely help that.
Alex hit it.
Let me hit that.
Pick is in.
Okay. I'm at
Here we go.
5 minutes. Okay.
So here we go. Little stat nugget for you guys from about picks for next year. Field Yates just tweeted 6 minutes ago. Following a series of trades tonight, the Vikings now have only 3 picks in the 2025 draft. Only 3.
They really didn't need to give up that much to Jacksonville, in my opinion.
It is 1 first-round pick and 2 fifth-round picks. That is all they have next year.
They better win.
They traded up twice.
They need to win. They don't have a choice anymore.
No, they don't. They need to win.
They're taking a Rams-level type of risk where they got rid of all of their first-round picks for a long time, but it paid off because they got their Super Bowl and some sustained success.
They don't even have a ready quarterback, which is the problem.
No.
He's not ready.
That's the problem. They picked a pocket passer, and their O-line is still not the best in Minnesota. They still got some holes to fill there.
Well, how many picks do they have this year, though, still? What they have?
Minnesota? Let's see. Well, with that pick they just made, let me go check Tankathon. They know everything. They keep real good track. Let me just see what they say. Minnesota made their trades or whatever, so they still have pick 108, correct? You know what? Let me just check NFL draft. They'll have it for each team probably. Let me see what they said about Minnesota. I'll get that now. Minnesota has the 8th pick in the 4th round, the 1st and the 6th, the 27th in the 6th, the 10th in the 7th, and the 12th in the 7th.
So but they have to hit on these picks this year.
Correct.
Luca, those draft picks better hit.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
they better.
For Minnesota, they won't have another pick until the 4th round now.
Wait. Good luck
They got a
building
lot
around
of
your
waiting to do.
quarterback.
Yeah, now that you say that, yeah, if you don't have then your next is in the 4th, your 2 first-round picks that now that you have, is it 2? Yeah, 2 first rounds this year.
You guys see that they set a first night one record for fans in attendance?
275,000.
Yep. Beats out Nashville's by 75,000.
I think next year it's in what, Green Bay?
It's in Wisconsin, yeah. NYG's already starting to work it.
I mean, before I worked that, I mean, I want to see either the Carolina game against the Giants and then also the Senior Bowl.
No, of course. I'm just saying next because the goal is every year to be at the draft. So he does a good job of trying to
get ahead of the game.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking, like, you guys are right about the offensive line for Russell Wilson. For some reason, I have them going playmaker. It's just me.
Mm.
I don't know what the hell's taking so long.
Because remember, instead of offensive line help in 2021 against him with a very old Ben Roethlisberger, they went Najee Harris.
Are you kidding me?
What?
There's speculation that Brady's interested in the Raiders' starting job.
I don't believe any of that shit.
That Brady would come out of retirement to play one more year and play with the Raiders.
Isn't he or whatever has been
conflict of interest? How in the world should that work?
He's supposed to be in part owner with the Raiders, so he can't be a owner player. So
I can't explain it. That has probably not happened since the pre-Super Bowl era, where a player was also a part owner of a team. And I don't know.
Doesn't matter.
Here comes the Stellars.
Confused. I'm confused, but apparently it's a real thing.
Hey, don't. If that's the pick, don't put it in the chat, please. Don't.
They brought Cam Hayward up there. That's nice.
Okay, so it is okay. So it's cool though, bro. It's cool. It's cool. You didn't know.
Yeah, I think he joined late.
Yeah. I'm not usually a green color person, but that green looks nice on him.
Yeah,
it is nice. It's like almost like the Jacksonville green.
Exactly, but it's just real smooth and cool.
Actually, you know what? It's over between the Jacksonville green and the Philly green.
Hold on, no. Don't say Philly green. Please don't say Philly green.
Okay, I take it back.
What's wrong with you, Brian?
I don't know.
Two Giant fans up here.
Pittsburgh selects Troy Fautanu, tackle from Washington. Confirmed.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great pick. And we were speaking about that. That would be a good. That was a good spot for him.
Because it's also versatility inside outside. So
you know what I'm scared now? I'm scared that JPJ is going to go to the Cowboys.
You know what's scary to me? Philly's 2 picks away, and they got a choice of any cornerback they want.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, you're right. But do they go offensive line? Because whatchamacallit has always been... we say it, but most Philly fans have all said that they want a corner, but they say whatchamacallit is just fixated on offensive linemen. And because Powers slips, and gets past Dallas, he could end up there because Kelsey just retired.
I wouldn't be shocked if Miami trades out here, to be honest with you. I could see somebody like Dallas jumping up ahead of Philly to grab somebody.
Remember, they worked against us before, so.
Look at the technique. Look at this.
A lot.
I mean,
Dallas has done that before.
I love Fatano. I just love him, man.
And if anything, he was acting as a right tackle, too.
He's a technician, man. And he can get downfield. He's faster than you realize, especially for a guy 315. I just... And by the way, most Samoan offensive linemen, they do have that nasty temperament. So
there's a lot. I remember they used to play on Philly. I think they had Vaitai at one point, Sumalo.
That was before Dallas. Okay. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Sumalo's
on the with Philly. Yeah, with Philly. They had some good ones.
Well, Sumalo's on the Steelers, so that kind of fits. They'll be playing next to each other, actually. You got Broderick Jones on one side, and you got Fatano on the other.
Miami's pick is in. They're not trading.
All right. Let's see what they do to try to destroy the Jets. They could go corner. Actually, did they sign any corners?
I don't think the corner is going yet.
Because remember, Xavier Howard.
Oh, the Dolphin. Yeah, okay.
Maybe Kool-Aid? Terry and Arnold didn't go yet, right?
No.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, I don't think any cornerbacks are going.
Again, that's good news for us.
Exactly.
I would have preferred that they go out and sign a Keller Witherspoon from the Rams, but listen, if you get a corner in the second round, you're not making me mad.
Exactly.
If you line up your draft with you took Neighbors, and then you take a guy like, I don't know, Tampa or Melton, and then you go with the next two picks, I still kind of want an offensive lineman. But I mean, if you take a Tavondre Sweat and that works out for you, and then you get an offensive lineman or you get a safety.
Oh, Jacobs made a good point. They lost Wilkins.
Yeah.
With Miami on the board, the full list I have here, they may have lost Christian Wilkins, but they did add in Austin Johnson. Wait, no, that's wrong team. My bad. New signings in replacement that they got for losing Wilkins. They actually stockpiled Jonathan Harris, Benito Jones, Neville Gallimore, Tier Tart. They did get a lot of good guys there. I mean, listen, Neville Gallimore's a good player. That's a good player to have in that front.
He's not Wilkins, though.
Not Wilkins. I mean, it's not Wilkins, but it's still good, solid starters. That's what they needed. So they technically don't necessarily need it. What I think now is either a tackle, interior line, or edge. That's where they're at. Heavy believe that.
Kaner. They're going Kaner. Watch.
Because, like I said, they lost Robert Hunt. The closest they got to getting replacement was Jack Driscoll. And then you look at the tackle spot.
They would not go corner. They got Kendall Fuller.
And on the outs, and let me see, at the offensive tackle spot, they really didn't add anybody or lose anybody. In fact, they re-signed Isaiah Wynn. That was the closest they got. And then, let's see, edge spot, they lost their main guy, Jerome Baker. They actually lost a decent amount of linebackers. They lost Baker and Van Ginkel. And only person they got back was Shaq Barrett and Jordan Brooks. So there's a lot there. They're probably going to go. I could see them going edge here, but I would believe that they would probably stick to the interior O line.
Well, they have Jalen Phillips and.
Okay, I guess the pick is in. They released it because Jacob just said something. So.
Usually, if Jacob says something, that means I'm going to be shocked, or floored, or something else. But like I said, it's typically like it's either edge or interior O-line to me. That's my belief.
I don't know why I keep thinking interior defensive line. I just do.
Jerzon Newton.
Jerzon Newton's right there, but hey, he could keep slipping. And as you guys see, I have Miami vaguely in the background behind me on the hat rack,
Yeah.
reflecting.
Well, wait a minute. Who else needs defensive line after
The
Philly,
Niners probably need to
the
replace
Niners?
It would make sense for the Niners to try to trade up, too.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the board, and I'm like, because Newton could, if he doesn't go soon, could he fall into the second round? And as a Giants fan, I would love him on the Giants. Would I take Sweat in the second round? No, not right now. Especially with all the legal issues that he has to deal with. Um, I'll be honest. I'm looking at fourth round. Oh, damn, I forgot Barton is there too. You got Cooper DeJean, Quentin Mitchell. I'm looking at Mel's best available.
Diana Rossini just tweeted the Texans are trying to work their way into the first round. Trying to get back on the board. Actually, get on the board for the first time tonight.
I wonder who they pick, though.
Corners are all over the place, man. Well, let's see what the Dolphins do. Edge or interior? 21st, 2024 draft. The Dolphins select. You can't have nice things. You just can't have
They
nice
select
things.
Chop, didn't they?
Yes. Chop Robinson.
Mm. Robinson with
I was right about them picking Edge.
Robinson and Phillips. Wow.
Well, listen, I was right about them picking Edge, and I was right about them going to Florida, but he went to the wrong Florida team. I wanted him in Tampa so bad. Oh, he would have feasted.
Hold on, I got a meme to play for Brian's.
But it also makes sense in the AFC East. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Here's Brian's displeasure live.
That is me internally right now. Oh my gosh!
That suit is straight fire. Wow.
I loved everything about the way he played on tape. I loved it all.
Mm-hmm. Trust
Now
me,
what does Tampa do?
as a
Tampa's
ruckus
5
caller,
picks away.
Tampa's going to take a quarterback.
No. Here's what I do think's happening, though. Guess who's been slipping this entire time?
Who?
Brian Thomas.
That's true.
He hasn't been picked yet. Evans is only on a 2-year deal. After the 2 years, he'll likely retire. Get his replacement now.
Max, I'm with you. Yeah, they can get a cornerback. No matter what. I'm sorry.
They
Go
have
ahead.
Slay, they have Bradbury, they have Maddox. So they're just going to pick. Do they go BP?
3 minutes on the clock.
I mean, you guys are bringing up the cornerback thing, but they probably need a lineman more.
That's what I'm with Powers right there and Kelsey just retiring. Yeah, it's but they're still good center. I mean, you can get Frazier probably in the second. Well, not them. Never mind. They can't. He'll go early in the because the way these man, I love that suit. The way these offensive players have been going. I mean, we've had way more offensive play. We've had 1, 2, 3, 4 defensive players, 5 defensive players. That's it. And all of them are basically edge or defensive linemen.
What is Philly going to do here?
You know what? It might be cornerback because now they can get probably a lineman in the second round.
Roseman's on the phone.
Okay, so for Philly here on my chart, I have them saying they need corner, tackle, and interior O-line the most. So, yeah, JPJ makes sense in a pick of any corner they want.
Mm-hmm.
I have them going Graham Barton.
Graham Barton would be an interesting pick, but I wouldn't take Barton above JPJ.
No, I know.
But again, cornerbacks are being pushed down. So, yeah, it makes sense. Grab an offensive lineman. Grab an interior offensive lineman. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that's what I would do. Let the corners keep falling. Let them keep slipping. Yeah, and the second they bite, they're going to fly off this board like hotcakes.
Is the Eagles looking at trade or something?
I don't know.
They're draining this clock.
Are they just doing this for dramatic effect to make Giants fans and Cowboys fans suffer more?
Sure. Just
Like,
keep
look, Barton
keep
is so high on this list, and I'm like, I'm
just
stunned
keep
that
slipping.
I can't believe Jeremiah has JPJ so much lower
I
than a
don't
lot
get
of these
why.
guys. I'm a little shocked.
I mean, you usually don't take a center in the first round.
Pick is in.
You know. All right. Let's just ring it again.
Pick is in. It's either, so I think you guys might be right. It's either one of Barton or JPJ, or it's going to be one of those top 4 corners.
Now, Ed,
Mhm.
here's a question. Not saying it'll happen, but it would be an interesting, situation. If you were to choose between a corner and JPJ at 47, if he falls, who do you take?
I'm taking the corner because JPJ is the center right now, and can he play guard? I know the Giants asked him, so it is possible if you really love him that much, and yeah, you're going to take him. But me, I'm taking a cornerback first.
Ooh, Ian Begley just tweeted, ask Tom Thibodeau about Joel Embiid's flagrant run. He said, which one? The one they called or the one they didn't call? He's referencing when Embiid hit Hartenstein in the groin.
That's what I said. I mean, it was very physical. He was Hartenstein, Mitchell, he got hurt dealing with him. Yeah, he was aggressive. He was physical today. So.
Oh wow! Our friend from Buffalo, that we met down in the Senior Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about? AJ from Batavia paper.
Yeah.
Bills reporter. Yeah, he's talking about Brian Thomas Jr. going to be the top pick for Buffalo if he falls in their hands.
That doesn't surprise me.
That'd be a
I
great
think
fight.
Malik
He's going to be really
Neighbors.
disappointed when Tampa takes him.
I think Jaden Daniels or Malik Neighbors said, someone asked them, who's the wide receiver that's going to go to Buffalo? He said, it's going to be Brian Thomas Jr.
I just can't believe he's fallen to this point. But I kind of knew it was going to happen, but I thought some team was going to jump early on him.
Always remember, when your quarterbacks start going high, it's going to push a lot of other players down low. That's just a reality. So
let's see who they're going to pick. Like I said, it's either corner or it's going to be interior O-line. No other way.
Embiid knocked Mitchell potentially out of the playoffs.
I gotta look at Twitter. I'm not looking at Twitter right now for that. I would see what they're saying on Twitter because I know obviously he did fuck with Mitch's ankle.
Mm-hmm. When he grabbed him and okay, Jacobs. Come on, Jacob, you kill me with this.
There we go.
All right.
I'm
The
not gonna
boos
lie.
are loud for Philly.
And I know when I go deal with Mitch and all them, it's just, oh gosh.
They're talking about the Brazil game. That same Brazil game where the Eagles can't wear their colors.
When you say Brazil, that brings a smile to my face. Jeffy, God rest his soul, he knew exactly what I'm talking about. Them women.
They're still booing Goodell and the Eagles. It's great.
I wonder if Goodell is taking pain meds or getting shot up in the back because he's getting lifted or squeezed or whatever.
Okay, we almost done?
So Mailata's making the selection.
This is pretty cool.
He's Australian?
Yeah, he was from Australia, from down under.
Oh, 22nd pick. 24 draft. Eagles select. Ooh, Quinyon Mitchell, corner, Toledo.
Mm-hmm.
That's the right pick. That was the right pick. You needed a corner, got your corner. Didn't have to do anything to get it.
Needed a corner, got a linebacker, picked a safety.
No, I get it. It's a good pick for them.
It was the right move. Oh, Schefter just tweeted, for the first time since 2002, the Eagles used a first-round pick on a cornerback.
Mm-hmm.
And now, at pick 22, he's the first defensive back selected in the draft as well.
Mm-hmm.
See what Jacksonville does.
Corner.
I say Terry and Arnold. Though technically I'd be like half right if it is Terry and Arnold.
Mitchell does not look happy though.
He's like, great, I got to go to Philly?
No, he probably was projected and he was told he would go much higher. And you always got to remember, too, that's money that they're losing. The further down they go, that's more money that they lose. So, and you do count that money when you're coming out of whatchamacallit. So,
Oh, I forgot about that. Oh, I got to bring this up. Jake just posted a really funny picture. He said, I cannot believe the Rams picked a former U-Albany Great Dane in the first round. Derek Verse started out at the University of Albany. She's a Great Danes before he ended up at Florida State.
Albany.
Yeah, that is a heck of a pull. I didn't even remember that. You don't think of Albany these days. Last time I focused on them, they had what's his name's son at quarterback, Testaverde. Testaverde's son was quarterback of the team. That's the last time I ever kept track of that team.
Yeah, they do play in a tough conference though. The CAAs. That's most people don't realize that's tough, and they keep adding talent. You know, I know like Monmouth now plays in the CAA, and I'm like, wow.
And Monmouth produces some real good talent too.
Oh yeah, that's the one I got on video when Mitchell got the interception. Bo Nix, who was throwing to Brendan Rice.
Yep, I love that play too. The way he undercut that route was gorgeous.
The pick is in.
For Jacksonville?
That's quick.
All right, so Jacksonville's probably doing corner too. So let me see. Yeah, the football standing CAA. I'm actually remembering the teams that are in it. So, oh yeah, it's I don't care about Villanova football, but I heard they were good this year. New Albany was good. Richmond, of course, that's where Kyle Loletta, Giants legend, went. Elon's another strongly good. William and Mary, early days they were good. Campbell produced some good talent. Towson, I know a few players that came out of there. Monmouth, yep. Monmouth. Don't forget about the I believe they are an HBCU. NCANT.
Yeah.
Carolina.
Yeah, North Carolina A&T. They moved over from the HBCUs.
Yeah, they're typically a very good football school. I'm a little shocked they were 1-10 this year. And Stony Brook's the other.
It's the transition. That's why.
Yeah, that's typically how it goes. Some teams can usually fight through it and still play the same level. Some of them really struggle at first.
So CAA, I mean, it like I said, it's tough. You know, you got those northern schools, New Hampshire, and all. Oh my gosh.
We have our confirmation of what happened with Embiid. Why his faces looked all messed up.
I saw that.
He's got a mild case of Bell's palsy. He's been trying to keep it private to avoid distractions for the team, though. But he's been good with it last week since the plan. Yeah, it's temporary. Your face freezes, so like part of it is blinking faster than the other. Like it's like one side of your face moves slower than the other. It almost looks like a stroke, but it's not. It's temporary. It heals with time.
Barbara Carroll's is not happy.
Yeah, I see that.
The Jets is better than the Giants tonight. Is it because they got extra picks? Is that why? I don't think either team did bad. Am I crazy? I don't think the Giants did anything wrong. I don't think the Jets did anything wrong.
Look, like I said, I understand. There's always the side that because of Daniel Jones, they want the quarterback at least, and they say it resets the market. I get it.
Oh, he's wearing the neck brace. He's wearing the neck brace in the draft room.
Micah Parsons.
He's wearing it.
I want to hear Micah Parsons. Get him off of my. I can't stand the fucking Cowboys. I don't hate teams. There's only two teams I hate: the Boston Celtics and the Dallas Cowgirls.
You don't hate the Eagles?
No,
Goodell's coming.
no, I don't. I don't.
Barbara said she's not excited over a receiver. Come on. This isn't just any receiver, man.
Look, I don't hate the Eagles. I don't like them. Go ahead, Brian.
Brian Thomas Jr. to Jacksonville.
Makes
They
sense.
went receiver. Okay. That's
It
fair.
makes sense. Yeah,
I respect it. It was a need of theirs. It was a need. Losing Calvin Ridley, you really needed a replacement. So
Barbara,
this will do the job.
For me, the Eagles and the Redskins. I mean, not the Redskins. The Commanders are on the same par. I don't like them. Don't get me wrong, but the Cowboys are the ones that I hate. I hate. I'll say it. I always say it. You could blow them up and kick them out of the league, and I will be the happiest person in the world. I understand the business side, but I hate them. Totally hate them. So.
Oh, I love this. Urinating Tree, one of the really funny YouTubers online, does all the football content, said, today the entire NFC East is the Big Lebowski. I hate the Eagles, man.
Big Lebowski.
I love it.
Okay, so Brian Thomas goes here.
It's a great pick for them.
They have him, Zay Jones, Christian Kirk.
Gosh, and look who we're talking about is on the clock. Oh my gosh, I'm getting the
telling you, they're gonna. There's one of I think there's two teams that could take, maybe even three teams that could take Powers Johnson.
Dallas needs a tackle, receiver, running back, or interior O-line could work.
Dallas, Bills, 49ers. Three teams that could take Powers Johnson.
Carol, I will say this because my ex-wife lived down in South Jersey on the other side of Philly. All her family, they're all Eagles fan, but she's the Cowboys fan. So, and it's like, in my family, though, we're weird. My father's a Steelers fan. I'm a Giants fan. I have a brother who's a Cowboys fan, a brother who's an Eagles fan, and my sister is a Washington fan. So we grew up battling each other. So, but years later, the Cowboys, thank you, Jimmy Johnson. How about them Cowboys?
That is so funny. They're showing a video of Olu Fashanu when they were celebrating him getting picked.
Mm-hmm.
And his girlfriend was there, and his mom, she was trying to get in to go hug him, and his mom was pushing her away.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I wonder how often that kind of stuff happens. Like, usually, you just watch them celebrate, and it's just like, typically, like your girlfriend or whoever you're with is like trying to get on the action, like, yay, we did it. And it's like your family's like, no, back off. This is for the family. You're not in the family yet. Like, it's like a whole. I love seeing that sometimes, but
look, I'm used to the girlfriend sitting next to you. You give her a quick kiss, but now you get up and you look for mom and you go hug mom, and you really embrace and hold on to mom because mom, and then maybe dad if dad is in the picture, and then you come back to the girlfriend.
The Cowboys are considering trading back. That's why the pick's not in yet.
Okay, yeah, trade back. Trade out of the first round. Do me a favor. Trade out of the first round. Yes, please do. Matter of fact, trade all your picks for next year. Do it and trade them for late round draft picks.
That would actually fit in perfectly because if they do trade back, that would fit the door open for Houston.
Mm-hmm. Carol, don't apologize. You're good. We love the same team, and that's it. So,
yeah.
And, we want to see. And here, let me put a smile on your face because whenever I debate anybody in the NFC East and, the Cowboys are the best and we have 5 Super Bowls, and everybody talks about analytics. And I always say the same thing. Well, technically, the Giants, first of all, have 8 championships.
Yep.
Because I include pre-Super Bowl. But if you want to include just Super Bowl era, Giants have 1 Super Bowl loss. We're 80% technically in the Super Bowl era, while the Cowboys are at 66%? Mm-hmm. They have 5 Super Bowls and 3 losses. So they hate when I do that, Coach. If corners go and JPJ is there, what do you do? What do you mean? In the second round? There's plenty of cornerbacks.
There's a lot.
Trust
Rake
me.
Straw, Melton,
Mhm.
Tampa.
We're not even talking
Alabama.
about what's right here in the first round, too. There's
Both Alabama guys, DeJean.
Yeah.
there's cornerbacks.
What number do the Giants have in terms
47.
of 47?
Mm-hmm.
You have the
The
earlier
Giants.
one for Brian Burns.
Exactly, Carol. That's the whole point, And we have the great one because we beat the undefeated, supposedly so that's why I'm like, you know what, Cowboy fans, y'all are really, really pushing the envelope. And it's been how long since you won your last Super Bowl? How
Right.
long?
We're still waiting for Dallas to get their pick in, if they're doing a pick.
Hell, 2 of my kids weren't even alive. My oldest was, wait a minute, they last won in what, 94, right? Yeah, they won in 94. So my second wasn't even born as yet.
I forgot. The Jaguars had Gabe Davis, too. So this acts, talent's insane. Wow.
I don't know. I wasn't high on that Gabe Davis contract.
Neither was I, but the talent alone it's got me in a good spot. I'm feeling good about it. 30 seconds left for Dallas.
Is it a
30
trade or
seconds.
what?
Are they trading or are they picking? What are they doing?
Ooh.
Harry Jones, please fall asleep and lose the pick.
Yeah.
Please fall asleep and lose the pick. It happens every now and then. It's a rarity, but sometimes if you don't
Lions
pick up,
traded up.
who did?
Lions.
The Lions
They're
did?
taking a corner. They're taking
So
a
the
corner.
Lions have the pick. So Dallas goes back 5 spots. Okay.
Oh, damn.
So there it is.
They're taking
Let's
a
see
corner.
what
What did they
Schultz
get?
said. Crowd just went crazy because the Lions went up. What?
Of
Are
course.
Lions going corner?
Yeah, but what did the Lions give up?
I'm waiting to find out. I'm waiting to get the capital now.
All right, Carol. I love that.
So Detroit will now have a full 10 minutes to make the pick now that the trade just went through. But the pick is in. Pick is in for Detroit.
Ooh, Jacob, they lost Jonah. Well, they lost Jonah Jackson to.
But they signed Kevin Zeitler.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
But they could use corner too. They need a corner. They lost a lot. They need some help in the secondary deeply.
Cam Sutton decided to be an idiot.
Yeah. I mean, they had some good guys 2 years ago. They had Aruarie, and then they also had a questionable.
Aruarie wasn't good.
I thought he was
And they
decent.
lost
I
Russell
thought he was
probably back to
decent.
Philly too. They lost. Yeah, that's right.
He was in Detroit. He was playing really well. He's one of the best ball hawks I saw that year.
Who?
Aruarie. When he was playing in Detroit, he was good. And then
But
he left.
I disagree with that.
Cowboys get 73, and then think the Lions get like a 2025 like third.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm not getting the total yet. We're waiting for it. And they're doing their celebration.
What's up, baby girl? Yeah, Giants need cheerleaders. I'm sorry. I know we haven't.
I agree, Coach.
Man.
Well, the Jets don't have cheerleaders no more, right, Luca?
No, they don't have the flight crew anymore.
Carol, I know the Knicks really hurt me too, but I mean, hopefully you have a good night.
Listen, we'll be back. We'll be live Sunday for the Game 4. Me, Mitch, and Sean. So
I'll actually be doing it with Man Cave.
Okay. Are they coming out to the stage yet or what?
Not that I've seen.
Dun 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 dun.
So the Lions get a 7th, and the Cowboys get a 3rd.
What?
According to Armand.
Cowboys trade 24 and a 7th rounder in 2025 to the Lions for 29 and 73. You mean to tell me the Lions got back? Okay, that actually isn't too bad.
Yeah.
It's a 5-spot difference. Yeah, I take it back. That's not bad. Lions have 29, and they'll get Cowboys number 73 this year. Cowboys will have this pick now and a 7th rounder next year. That's actually a win for Detroit.
I honestly like those alternate uniforms or whatever, the ones that look like the UNC uniforms for Detroit.
Mm-hmm. I know what you mean. Wait a minute. Because the Lions are getting a 3rd rounder, right, next year.
Yeah,
No,
no, this year. The Lions are the Lions this year. No, the Lions are getting have this pick now, and the Lions are also getting a 7th rounder next year. The Dallas Cowboys got their pick at 29, and then have their 3rd round pick this year. So it's a little bit of a fleece, in my opinion, for Dallas.
It is.
That's a win. They benefit the most from this, so we'll see.
Now we're gonna get a pick, or are we just gonna sit here and watch the Detroit skyline?
There's literally an entire shade
They're
of
just
blue.
upping the ante because they're in Detroit. Here we go. They're bringing them out.
I was about to say I'm gonna go to Detroit, manually pull Roger Goodell
Oh,
out.
they're probably pulling out like the top high school players in Michigan with them. That's probably who's going on the stage with them.
The Lions are technically, though, even though it's not Columbia blue, they're Hawaiian blue.
Yeah. I gotta say, can we also mention how good the Lions uniforms look, the brand new ones? I love what they did. Going back to the big block lettering, it's like a classic. I love it.
A lot of people are not used to, or they don't like it because to some people it's not sleek or kind of flashy. It's just big and out there, and me, I love the.
And I'm sitting here like this is big and out there too. My jersey. This is what Tampa always did.
Is he
Big
like
numbers.
almost 7 foot? No, I'm joking. He's not 7 foot. I know.
Oh yeah, that one dude's towering over Roger.
Yeah, that's what I was like. No, he's probably like 6'8", somewhere in that range. The Griffins in Detroit are usually good. Or in Michigan, let me say.
24th pick in the draft. Detroit Lions select Tyrion Arnold, corner, Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
Had to be one of those corners. They started flying. Had to know what was going to happen eventually.
Well, he's there, and now that's his new home. So,
but here's what's developing now. Tampa has a choice of any interior O-line they want. They could get Barton. They could get JPJ. Because Green Bay, do they really need a guard?
No.
They
They lost John Runyon, but
that's true. They did.
Yeah, they lost him to the Giants, but they could live without him.
But still, I mean, even if you lose one of those, you still have the others.
The most important things they need is tackle, corner, and safety. If they are going to go off of this, they're going to likely go with Cooper DeJean, and if they want to go with best available, they're going to go with Barton.
I think that's his girlfriend or his mother that she's fanning up, at least on the ESPN broadcast.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it. I'm on the network broadcast. But yeah, that's something I've noticed. That's something I'm seeing.
That's mom. That's mom. And your mom, holler at your boy, all right? Holler at your boy. But the reason why I said that too, because when they were fanning at first, the two cheerleaders, they were standing and they gave each other that look like, he fine.
I have the Packers taking Kool-Aid McKinstry.
Oh, another good clip for Tibbs tonight. He was asked on how Jalen Brunson was officiated, and he said, I'll send my clips in like I do every game, and then they'll say marginal contact. And then we'll have marginal contact on Embiid, and he'll be at the line 21 times.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. That's the word. That bugs me nowadays in the NBA. Marginal contact.
Tibbs is preaching.
Thought a foul was but you know what? Embiid did. I'm just saying. That's the chess match. You complain after the game, and you know what? You start getting the refs back the other way.
And crap, I just got spoiled. The Packers pick. Great.
Listen. I'll say this. The Sixers were going to get one of these two home games.
Mm-hmm.
I had a feeling. The Knicks, I don't think we're going to sweep them. I personally said after game 2, which the Knicks took the first 2, I said the Sixers will take at least one at their place. We're setting up a potential gentleman's sweep for the Knicks. Potential. So obviously, series is not over. They could still win. The Knicks could still win on Sunday, and then they could win on Tuesday. But it's funny because some people are like, Oh, the NBA announced when Game 5 was. The Sixers, the NBA is definitely pushing it to 5 this time.
Well, they have to announce it because of the situation. I mean, you know it's a 7 game, so they have to announce all 7 games. Now, if you want to say the time, that's a different story. It's 1 o'clock on Sunday. I know.
Jacob asks, Coach, how do you like Christian Haynes from UConn?
No, I do like Haynes from UConn. Always have. Very good offensive lineman. Very stout. I know questions about because he played at UConn, but he showed himself well down at the Senior Bowl.
Yes, he did.
So he can handle himself. So I like him. I love Mahogany. Follow Christian since his days at Paramus Catholic in Jersey. So if we could get one of those two, I'd be happy. Or McCormick from South Dakota State.
Yep. My question is just like, why did as highly rated as Mahogany is, why didn't he get invited to the Senior Bowl? Why did he go to the East West Shrine Bowl? Because it's like usually for like lower picks.
I don't know. Probably because he was at South Dakota State, and now they do question his pass blocking somewhat, and some of his lateral movement, so he has to develop. So, but being at the Senior Bowl would have been perfect for him to show himself. So, but he still showed himself, and he acquitted himself. So now
McCormick and Mahogany.
Mm-hmm.
Mahogany was also there.
Yeah. Now, I'm surprised that we don't get a lot of people talking about the left tackle at South Dakota State.
I have no idea who that is, but
yeah, 74.
I'll trust your advice.
Those two together were a nice combination. So I watched this young man, very, very astute, very articulate, very well versed, because he was on whatchamacallit with Chris Canty. They had him there interviewing, and I mean, handles himself, and he's very confident. Damn, he played for a team called the Eagles. Well, you're in Detroit now, so.
I am not going to check Twitter. I'm not going to do it because I already got spoiled Green Bay. I got spoiled Green Bay's pick, and I'm not going to get spoiled Tampa's pick. I'm staying off Twitter until Tampa's pick is done.
Listen, it's all
That's
fine
good that
and well.
Arnold's dubbing up the fans.
Listen, it's all fine and well when the Giants in the 5th round draft Quantez Stiggers.
No, Max, we haven't seen any of the. We just saw the Lions picks.
Alex,
the Green Bay's pick is in though, so we're just waiting on that to be announced. Tampa's now on the clock, and I'm waiting for that. Wait, why does it say that Arizona's on the clock? Oh, for the love of God!
Brian,
no, Tampa's still up there. It's just I think Arizona's always had 27, or am I wrong?
No, they did have 27. Bucks have had 26.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The Bucks are waiting for Green Bay.
Well, technically, the Bucks are already on the clock.
Yeah, they were on the clock, but the clock is ticking, and it says Arizona, and it says 26.
All righty.
But there's nothing that says a trade yet.
Maybe the Bucks decided to forfeit.
Typical Todd Bowles, you know.
You only forfeit the other team, and the other team only can come up and offer right away. You are still on the clock, so teams can bypass you because you didn't. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, that's a surprise pick. That's a surprise.
Okay.
The Packers selected Jordan Morgan, Arizona.
Am I mistaken, or is Fuaga still falling?
Fuaga's already been picked.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
He was picked at 14. He was picked to the Saints.
I was just making sure because I want to make sure I was not going crazy.
Whoa.
I'm shocked by this pick for Morgan, but it kind of makes sense. It fits what Green Bay does. They love to develop O-linemen. They love developmental guys that can work on and shape them to what they want.
And they lost Yo Schneidman and Bakhtiari.
Look at the Packer fan. Packer fan's like, what?
But now Tampa's on the clock. I'm not checking nothing. I want to see what Tampa does.
Are
So
there any
now
edges
that this
there
has
left?
happened, for interior O-line, if you're going
Pick is
interior,
in.
you can either go Barton or JPJ. If you go corner, you could go with Kool-Aid or DeJean.
Brian-
Let me get my hats ready.
Brian's gonna bite his fingernails.
I'm gonna get the 30 season patch one today. 30 seasons. 2006.
Mm.
That's the only reason. That's the only thing I could justify.
The pick is in. The pick is in. The pick is in.
Jacob just said if Rattler goes to Tampa, Mansell's going to do his Luca Tostito scene.
Give me 1 second. I will be right back.
No, you won't.
If we picked Spencer Rattler, I might break my camera.
Whoa.
Well, no, I can't do that. It's a very expensive camera. I don't want to do that. But
So you got to make up for it. What are you going to do?
I don't know. I have Lysol. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm looking at just what I have on my desk. I have Lysol. I have a marker. I do have the clown suit.
Yeah, you can always put on the clown suit.
If they pick anybody outside of the four I said, I'm going to put on the clown suit.
Okay.
It is one of these four again. I'm going to repeat it. Powers Johnson, Barton, McKinstry, or DeJean. Any of those four, I'm satisfied.
What about Darius Robinson?
It's Darius Robinson. I won't be mad about it, but I'm going to be questioning the idea of the move because if I want edge, I'd rather wait out for Adisa Isaac in the second or third round because I love Adisa Isaac. He didn't get enough attention hiding behind Chop in Penn State. And we watched him down there. He was throwing guys around like JPJ. He was throwing around Fuaga, making him look like nothing. So guys like that, I want on my team. So Brad said Brian's reaching for the lotion bottle or the overreaction shot.
Brian's taking all of his anxiety.
Max said that I'm going to be happy. So maybe one of those four. Who knows?
Okay, man. Come on back, man.
Come on, we need to make the right pick.
Not look at Whoppers, making me hungry now.
I did a deep dive into this team. If there was a good receiver there at that spot, I was open to it. Keon Coleman fell off my board, so he's not in. That's not somebody I felt was realistic at that point.
Tell us how you really feel, Brian.
Listen, I trust Jason Light. Jason Light has done some really good jobs. Good job with this team. He's made some very good picks over the years. He's made some bad ones, but he's done mostly good during his time in Tampa. I couldn't have asked for a better GM. I just need to see what we do.
Technically, you lose the musical chairs competition or whatever that
Are
fucking
you guys
game
still in
was.
shock that Bo Nix went as early as he did?
No, 'cause it's Denver.
Yes,
I
I'm
am.
still in shock. Massive shock about that.
I am. I will admit it. So
Cardinals are not on the board anymore. It is the Buffalo Bills. So the Cardinals already got their pick in then. Tampa's on the phone.
They're talking to Spencer Rattler.
They're saying like the dude's crying. I just saw Jason do the hand sign. Dude's crying and emotional.
Dreams get made here in Detroit. Well, I would like to think that dreams come true there. Is the pick coming up or what?
They're saying that apparently Dallas won interior offensive line and felt if they traded back, they might be able to still get the guy they wanted. But then now they're saying if Tampa ends up taking the guy because they have an interior O-line need that they wanted, then Dallas might have to trade out again, or they're going to have a lot of questions what to do at that pick. They're not going to know what to do.
Brian, we play you guys this season, right?
Yes, and it's in MetLife. We got to go. We got to organize a game for that. Stream, vlog, I don't care what it is. We got to do it.
Call my name. Hopefully it's not at the same time as the Carolina game. So I'm trying to hitch down there.
It's funny. Brad said Brian outdid Luca when the Bucks signed Baker. Luca flooded the house. Brian flooded the house 3 times over.
Oh, wow.
Here we go. Roger up to the stage. Walking with the limp. Don't make me give you a second limp.
All right. Cool.
Bucks select. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. I will take it. Graham Barton Duke. I will take it. I'm good with that.
Your Ryan Jensen replacement.
That's what we needed. I've been saying that since day one. We don't need a center. We don't need a center. We've got Robert Hainsey. Hainsey's a guard. He wasn't supposed to be a center. He got pushed into the role when Jensen had the
Barton
unfortunate
doesn't
injury.
play center, right? Barton don't play center.
Barton plays center.
Oh, he does? Oh, I didn't
Yes.
know that.
He's very good too. I'm perfectly fine with this pick. We needed a center badly. This solves the need. I'm satisfied. I'm sure Bucs fans be like, "Oh man, I wanted a corner because we don't have any protection. I mean, we don't have any coverage." Well, Zion McCollum's been waiting to get his push for a while. Let Zion work with Jamel Dean side by side. Let's see how they do.
So Arizona, right? Maybe they take Cooley and McKinstry.
I'm happy. I love this pick.
When you get a chance, Alex, I just retweeted it because Brandon London posted the response when Neighbors was picked at Giants Stadium.
They probably were electric.
Update: Bills are trading out. Bills are trading out. The Bills are trading out of the 28th pick as we speak.
To whom?
Hmm.
Imagine it's the Giants. Probably not, though.
They are trading back. They haven't said who the team is yet. I'm waiting for it.
Goodell's walking out for the
Cardinals.
Yep.
I think it's Kool-Aid.
So they said the Bucks right before the Cowboys took Graham Barton. Barton will likely be a center in the NFL, but he can play the guard spot.
Mm-hmm.
Cardinals 27. Cardinals select. Darius Robinson, edge, Missouri.
Yes, I fucking nailed that pick.
I said Robinson was coming up, man. I said he was going to be in the first round. Once those edges came off the board, that man was going to sneak his way in. He did.
Mm-hmm.
That's big, though. He's a little slow for being an edge guy, but, dude, 6'5"? It's a big dude.
Let me see if I actually had that in my recent mock. So one of my mocks, I did, but...
Buffalo is trading out. Do we finally have the team? Can I get a team, please? Can I get a team? Okay, they're in trade talks to move out of 28. It's not done yet. So that means they've got a team, but they haven't finalized it yet. Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be?
You better hurry up.
Hurry
up.
What, Alex?
Hurry up.
Because Dallas is probably sitting there waiting, and you're like, fill out the card real quick.
Yep, all Buffalo needs to do is just pull off this trade.
Why should it be like the Commanders? They trade up right in front of Dallas just to get...
Did you see the video of when Jordan Morgan got announced as the pick for the Packers on the ESPN feed?
No.
Mm-hmm.
The Packers fan with the cheese head getting bullied by the Lions fan?
Mm-hmm.
That was hysterical.
He was sitting there, he was like, huh?
And I find it funny because Morgan is not bad. If he's with the right team, that dude's got a chance to be a Pro Bowler for sure.
Robinson, a tall mofo. Too bad the audio fucked up when I got a chance to interview him.
Here's a good statement. Graham Barton is Brugler's top. You guys know Brugler, right?
Yeah,
In the
Dave
Athletic?
Brugler.
Googler.
He is the top. He was his top interior O-line prospect in this draft and 18th overall. The Bucs have addressed the O-line with their top pick for the first time since Works in 2020.
Jeez.
And that has worked out very well for us.
Mm-hmm.
We swung him to the opposite side, and he was like, who cares? I'm still going to put up great numbers. Dude should be a Pro Bowler every year the way he plays.
Jacob's been asking Brian Barton over JPJ. Do you agree?
Obviously, it's hand in hand. I love the athleticism and, the pure blocking ability of JPJ, especially in pass protection situations. But we need run game opened up too, and Barton offers a lot of good things there. And his snaps are beautiful. So I'm okay with it.
Buffalo better hurry up.
Make the trade, Buffalo. Oh my gosh, we're still waiting. Can I get an answer already?
I'm going to be reading Brian a bedtime story by the time this is finished.
Here you go. It's the Chiefs. The Chiefs went to 28. Garofalo just now.
Or maybe corner.
Jacob said that, according to Rick Stroud, the only knock that was on Barton, who was primarily a tackle at Duke, is his nearly 33-inch arm length.
Which is probably why he's going inside then.
Which would make perfect sense to me. I'm okay with that. We need inside. We don't need outside.
I didn't know he was. I thought he was mostly interior.
No, he was a left tackle at Duke.
Mike McCartney, agent of Kirk Cousins, spoke to Garofalo and said, yes, it was a big surprise. We had no idea this was coming. The truth is the whole league had no idea this was coming. We got no heads up. Kirk got a call for the Falcons when they were on the clock.
Mm-hmm.
That was the first we heard, and it never came up in any conversation.
Ooh.
What was the point of signing Cousins if you were going to draft Penix?
There you go. The Chiefs.
Yes, it's amazing. It's amazing that Buffalo and Kansas City would trade with each other.
The full trade is the Bills are trading to the Chiefs pick 28, 133, and 248. The Chiefs are giving Buffalo 32, 95, and 221. So really the only benefit the Bills got here is I think they got a third-round pick instead of and got rid of their fourth-round pick. So it's like a better seventh.
Well, what? Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Originally a early fourth or like mid-fourth turns into a late third. And I mean this is good for them. That's a good trade. And they only changed 4 spots.
It also is Tyler Guyton.
Worthy,
and there's no shot. I think the Chiefs go anywhere else but receiver here. 100% are going receiver.
Worthy or Mitchell?
One of the Texas receivers has to be, right?
That's what I'm thinking. Worthy.
That would make sense.
They
want to go with the
they moved up because you probably could have got That was crazy, plus. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see what you guys are saying.
Interesting. Before tonight, the last time Doug Peterson took a receiver in the first round, it was Jalen Reagor.
Dumbasses Philly. Justin Jefferson.
Never forget that draft. Never forget it. That was a monster draft.
2019 or 2020?
20.
All right, Pat, what are you saying? What's going on? Bro, they spent all day trying to trade up. I'm not. But you celebrating them. Failing to make a trade is not the flex you think it is.
This is 100% a wideout. There's no who said lineman? Max, I'm going to be honest with you. As much as they need an offensive tackle, and I had him getting Amarius Mims at one point, I think receiver is a big need for them. This is something they got to hit on. And there's a lot of talent left on the board here, but none that are outside of – but not a lot of them are first-round talents. So they need to strike now.
Again, I'm still questioning if the Jets can use one of their fifths from that McCarthy trade to get into that second round.
Jalen Hyatt tweeted, "We putting it up this year, no cap."
As long as
Like
somebody
basically
gets the
saying
ball,
it's over. Y'all don't know what's coming.
as long as somebody gets the ball to him, sure.
He's got time to get the ball to him. Oh my gosh. The Bills fans are losing it.
Because
They're
they probably
saying, how could you trade with the Chiefs?
What did I just say?
How could you do that?
I just said that. If I see that man's experience, the dumbass don't.
And Mahomes already tweeted. He tweeted a symbol of a guy running. That doesn't bode well for what that means if it's being cryptic.
Caleb Williams' new girlfriend, Alina, their God's wild video. Oh God, do I really want to tap into this? I'm going to be stupid enough to look.
Can they make this fucking pick already?
Uh-oh.
So the
Donnie.
Chiefs have Hollywood Brown and Rashee Rice. So another receiver would really complete their core.
And the Jets are going to sign MVS.
Please,
No
please
way.
don't say that. Please don't say that. That
I was
guy
gonna
is
say
trash.
no way.
That guy's trash.
Bro, I see the Connor Hughes tweet right here. What are you talking about?
Yeah, okay.
It says it right here.
Okay.
Alex was not joking.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
1 year, veteran minimum.
Haha. I'm laughing because you're clearly smiling.
Listen, when me and Brian are right, don't come crying to us.
Yeah.
All right, here
Okay.
comes.
I would have gotten an alert by now, but you're a liar, so.
All right.
All right. Here we go, Chiefs.
I knew I shouldn't have.
Tripping over his words. Nice job, Goodell. You drunk?
I wonder if Dallas has the pick in.
Yes, they do.
Thank you, Brian.
You're welcome.
Come on, Goodell.
They probably tell each other what's going on ahead of time before they announce it to everyone else.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's why I'm not saying anything. When I'm getting every pick known to man.
Yeah,
I'm just being very quiet about it so you guys don't know anything.
Yeah, I just got it too on my phone.
I didn't.
No, and it's not even through Twitter that I got it.
What, ESPN? Bleacher?
Bleacher.
Of course. Here we go with Kansas City. 28th pick, 2024 draft. Chiefs select. Oh, throw on the whole thing. Xavier Worthy, Texas. I knew that emoji was cryptic.
Neighbor says about going up against Jaden Daniels, it's going to be a lot of competition going on between me and him. I get what you're saying, bro.
Well, technically, I kind of got this pick right in my other mock.
And there you go. There's video. Bucks GM Jason Light said their fingers were crossed that they could land Duke's Graham Barton, who they like as a center. So on the team, he will start as a center.
Cool.
He will not be a guard.
I personally think he should play wide receiver.
Some of the tweets are
Basically, at least 3 Nick players sounded off on Joel
Mm-hmm.
Embiid and Mitchell Robinson. Dante called it dirty. Isaiah Arnstein called it a non-basketball play, and Josh Hart said it was reckless. And it's not the first time he's done this shit either.
Nope.
I was at game 2 where he shoved Josh Hart to the ground. They claimed it was incidental, and then he pushed Dante. So that dude's got a fucking problem. And I'm about to have a fucking problem with him and drive my ass down to Philly.
Bro, we all have a problem with it because that's some dirty ass shit.
Listen, Coach, I get what you were saying earlier. There's physical basketball.
No,
When you
exactly. Does that exactly?
Physical's fine. When you're pulling dirty shit and stepping on people's ankles and all that, I don't fucking like
No,
that.
it's not stepping. It's you're laying on the ground, and this guy is going up to because he has a clear dunk, and you're
Yeah.
grabbing his ankle and pulling and twisting it. This ain't football, baby. This ain't football. You want to play football? Bring your big ass. Even my old ass in a damn walker will still fuck your ass up. Trust and believe. I know what you're saying. I know dirty. Believe me, I was a dirty player when I played.
And Embiid's not stupid. He knows Mitchell
The
Robinson.
pick is in for the Cowboys.
And he's not stupid. He knows that Mitchell Robinson had surgery on that left ankle.
Can I also add this? Brunson actually has a great approach to this. Everybody's really pissed off about the way Philly played tonight and how dirty they were, but Brunson was asked about it, and he just goes in one of his best answers of the night I've seen. Our team lost the game where we gave up 43 points in the third quarter. My main focus is how we can adjust to that.
Dude's a leader.
Fair. That's fair. That's fair. That's why the city loves him. And
listen, the city knows what's dirty and what's not. He knows that they're playing dirty, but you know what he's got to do? There's nothing they can do about it. They got to fight back and find a way to overcome it.
Hey, Alex.
Yeah.
How long before Malik Neighbors gets the number 8 jersey?
And yet, what number could he be though? Like 7?
No, I don't know. I'm because somebody posted, Belt guy posted Daniel Jones with the 8, and he's wearing 13. But doesn't Jalen Hyatt wear 13?
Yes.
Cowboys 29th pick in the draft. Dallas selects Tyler Guyton.
Well, at least they didn't take the interior, but it makes sense. You need to tackle because you got to protect your quarterback. So you lost Smith, so it makes sense.
So I was kind of right. They did go O-line. I just thought they were going to go with like JPJ. Instead, they went with Guyton.
It's also a bit
That's
of
a big dude too, 6'8".
Yeah, it's also a bit of a geographical pick if you think about it, because again, Oklahoma, Texas.
But he's a right tackle.
That's true.
So who do they have to play the left tackle?
Caleb Williams, the number has been confirmed what he will be wearing in Chicago.
Which is
18.
18
will be the number.
18?
Yep. He's going to wear number 18.
I'll make a prediction. Malik Neighbors gets the number 12 from Darren Waller once he retires.
There's an account that updates all the major numbers as they come through once the teams announce them. So I'm following that account to make sure.
Yo, it's so funny. When Guyton is in there, you got one person. Oh, they gave their hats, but somebody is wearing 49ers gear in the house. So it's like, okay. No, I love Guyton. I can't lie to you. I love this film. I love watching him. He's an offensive lineman that I would love to coach. 18 is not it's close to 13 if you really think about it. 18, 13, 8-3, but I get it. When you think of football, it's like who's famous with 18? Well, you take the number and make it famous your damn self.
Exactly.
The Ravens pick is in. Let me also add, Art Stapleton was asked about the QB situation for the Giants.
Mm-hmm.
But he said there's still one QB left, and he has traits similar to Josh Allen as a prospect. It's Milton. I don't think the Giants scouted Milton, though. And then Stapleton responded back, Spencer Rattler's left as well, and Pratt, but Rattler's the only one that visited the Giants. To which Doug Rush continues and says, will he be picked at 47 or 70? Could the Giants go with Rattler in the second or third round?
If they want to, third, but to a certain extent, I feel like there's not a point in going quarterback at this point. Just my personal opinion, because I get it, locks on a 1-year contract, but how many teams actually keep 3 quarterbacks?
Mm. So let's see for the Ravens. Let me give a quick little preview on that.
I have them taking a receiver.
For the Ravens, they've added Derrick Henry, Josh Jones, and Chris Board as their main names. They did lose, though, Morgan Moses to a trade, Patrick Queen, Jadeveon Clowney, Geno Stone, John Simpson, Ronald Darby,
Me.
Devin Duvernay, Gus Edwards, Kevin Zeitler, Delshon Phillips, Rocky Sin, and Tyler Huntley. They lost a lot of contributors to that team, and specifically in the corner spot. The only corner they were able to get back was Arthur Marlette. That's it. They also got back Malik Harrison at linebacker and Brent Urban at the defensive end spot. So really, their needs are receiver, corner, edge. And with the corner talent on the board, I would not be surprised if it's DeJean or Wiggins.
Does DeJean fit their system, though?
I think Wiggins would be the better fit.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. That's kind of what I'm thinking, too.
They could also go ahead and go get an edge, too, if they want to. But I don't think that really – there's nothing to justify it right now. With Robinson off the board, it's a reach at this point. I think it'll probably end up being corner or receiver. They could get Adonai Mitchell.
Yeah, Mitchell. I mean, he still has good speed. So
they could also reach in for Leggett or even Devontae Walker.
Keon Coleman.
Yep, another one. But Goodell's coming out now. I don't know about receiver. If it is receiver, it's probably Adonai Mitchell. If it's corner, I'm expecting Wiggins.
Well, if they lost Queen, could they go
Yes,
at linebacker?
Would be a reach, Jacob. Would be a reach.
Yeah, would Cooper be a reach right now too?
Yep. 30th pick in the draft. Ravens select Nate Wiggins, corner, Clemson. Fits their scheme. Exactly what they're looking for. His comp is Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie.
Interesting comp.
The way they describe him is that he's long and he's fast and fluid. Which, if for the Ravens, that's great. Put him next to Mr. Injury Prone now, Marlon Humphrey, who's still one of the top guys.
I mean, it makes sense, and they always love DBs like that. You know, I mean, that goes all the way back to Dion when you think about it.
So when is the Giants' next pick exactly? What's the number? 47?
47.
Okay.
Jacob, when did I screw up Rodgers-Cromartie's name? Alex, when did I do that?
There was a time I remember you did. I just don't physically remember.
San Francisco is now on the clock.
Surprised they haven't already made the decision.
They've got photos of Quinyon Mitchell getting crowd surfed by the Eagles fans.
And then they'll hate him in 2 weeks.
There you go. As I thought. Jason Light was asked about the competition at left guard for Tampa Bay, and the names he mentioned were Sua Opeta, Ben Bredesen, and then center Robert Hainsey. So they're already planning to take Hainsey out of the center spot, keep him in a backup role, but they're going to let him compete to be the starting left guard.
Frisco. It'd be so ironic if they drafted Max Milton.
Who?
San Francisco.
I'm
joking. I'm joking. No, but there's a reason why I say that, because Max Milton has said several times he grew up a San Francisco 49ers fan. Because they used to ask him, "You're in South Jersey in the heart of Eagles fan land. Why are you not an Eagles?" He said, "I just love the 49ers. I grew up watching the 49ers, and that's who I ended up loving." That's why I said that. It would be so ironic. Do I think they draft? No, they're not drafting him.
Here's a good one.
I don't want them to draft him.
Schultz report said an AFC executive texted him the exact words after Chiefs made their pick. The words were literally word for word, F me. F me.
Buffalo literally just gave Kansas City another Super Bowl.
Yep. Here we go. San Francisco.
Brandon Bean.
3 minutes on the clock.
Do you know the way to San Francisco?
First round pick since 2019. Yeah, Javon Kinlaw in 2020. Who the Jets have? Ayuk was a first round pick. I thought he wasn't.
What time does the draft start on Saturday?
12, I think.
Okay,
It's usually around noon, maybe about noon.
I won't be able to do it then because I have my show at 2. So my news.
I think tomorrow's 7 o'clock though, right? 7 start or 6?
7.
Yeah, I'll be at work for the first hour, and then I'll have to come back. But luckily, the Jets don't have a pick till freaking third round.
But, I mean, the draft Saturdays is what, like 6 hours, 5 hours?
That's a long time.
Yeah. I mean, I'll tap in afterwards. So I just got it because me and halftime we're definitely going to be talking a lot, especially with the Knicks in this game too now. So
Yeah.
he and I definitely, I know he's going to love it, and I get it. But
Jacob asks Alex if you're running solo tomorrow night.
No. I got a couple of people in mind coming on. One of them being Mr. Mac, the Giants fan, and Armand as well.
Still waiting. Is the pick in yet for San Fran?
Trust me, I couldn't run solo even if I tried.
Tampa's pick. Not Tampa. Oh my gosh. The 49ers pick is in. Well done. Well done. That's 2.
hey, you're not on Sportsmanlike. They have a bad tape jar where you have to put money in the bad tape jar.
Oh, Jesus. Brian would owe a fortune.
You know what we could do? We could do that, and then just whatever money's accumulated tonight from all my zone outs, be like, okay, whoever was like one of our lucky viewers is going to get whatever money was made from Brian.
Well, I don't think you want to do what Canty and them do because Canty's throwing $100 bills in a damn jar. It's like, damn. But, man got that money, so I ain't mad at him. No, but I get you. I mean, that's always a good idea, though.
Yep. So San Francisco needs a tackle, corner, or interior. That's how I see it. Tackle, corner, and interior O-line.
I actually have them selecting Cooper DeJean.
That would be a good pick here.
Kool-Aid
That would probably be the pick.
But who fits better the system?
That's true.
Because they're
Let's
probably
also see who's left.
I mean, Cooper DeJean can play. He can play some man to man, but he's more of an off type of a zone type of a cornerback, and Frisco does play a lot of zone.
Right.
I mean, Kool-Aid does play zone. I mean, it's not saying he can't. He's probably more of a he can play both. Cooper I think is faster though. If I'm not mistaken, I think Cooper ran like a 4.4. Looking on the departures, linebacker, defensive tackle, DN, DC, DN, DT. Yeah, they need defensive guys. And with the amount of edges and defensive tackles, oh no, additions. I'm sorry. I'm looking at it wrong.
And here comes Goodell.
So they lost 2 DTs, and 2 edges, but they only gained 1 of each.
Here's Goodell.
Cooper DeJean's number 1 on the Mel's big board.
31st pick. Niners select. Ricky Pearsall. Wide receiver, Florida.
I was not expecting that.
Neither was I.
Jets just lost out on a target.
Michael Gallup is his professional comp.
I could see that.
That's an interesting comp. Though.
His
athleticism is insane. He's got some of the best hands I've ever seen.
Wow.
But his production is really where the problem is, where it all lies. He never touched over 1,000 yards.
You picked him over McConkey, though?
He's fast, though, too. He's fast.
McConkey is not slow.
Traded out again.
The Bills traded again. Oh, my gosh. The Panthers are coming up 1 spot. It's the Panthers. Buffalo trades back into the second round to get the first pick in the second.
Panthers take Spencer Rattler.
Them getting Pearsall at, oh my gosh.
I thought he was more of a second round receiver.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, they were saying second round would have been good. But here's the thing, though. Did they pick him because Ayuk is getting ready to be moved?
I mean, you know what? That is true.
Yeah.
And now talk's going to get, and that's what Ari Mayrov just said. With the Niners going wide receiver Pearsall at 31, expect talk to continue to ramp up on if San Fran's willing to trade one of their current high-paid wide receivers. There's no guarantee they'll do it, but the talks are now going to continue now that this happened. So who's it more likely to be, Debo or Ayuk?
I remember that one-handed catch. That was nasty.
Oh, yeah, it was sick. And they're going crazy. That means Carolina made the pick already. They're high-fiving.
So Carolina, it has to be a weapon for.
So the trade is Carolina gets the 32nd pick
Or
and the 6th round pick this year, and Buffalo gets the 2nd round pick, which is one spot below them, and a 5th round pick
or
this year.
Jackson Powers Johnson.
Ooh, that would be nice.
Yeah, you're right.
That would be really good for Bryce Young.
So he doesn't have to die back there. Yeah, it's cool that the Carolina. Oh, never mind.
Also, every reporter got duped. Every reporter was being told it was Cooper DeJean, and then Pearsall got picked.
Let me see.
I'm not even kidding.
Yuck.
Everybody got duped.
The ESPN cameraman sucks. Just zoomed in too much on Booker McFarland.
Oh, just found out who the pick is for Carolina. I'll say this very briefly, and I'll give you no hints. It's going to shake you. Pick is in.
And it's the
It's gonna
final
shake
one
you a bit.
tonight.
Yes.
I also can't help but say I respect the decision from Canals on this. I respect it.
Max Custom Kick says the Giants need to trade up for DeJean.
No, they can sit where they are. My opinion.
It's only been, 4 cornerbacks taken?
You still got Kool-Aid. You got DeJean. You got Rake Straw.
Mm-hmm.
You got Melton. You got TJ Tampa.
Mm-hmm. There's cornerbacks. They're there. They're going to be there, yeah. Ayuk and Debo aren't getting traded.
It's good to know pick 33 is on the clock.
Pick 33 is on the clock. You got 24 hours, buddy. Well, no, not even. It's like 19 hours.
Yeah.
It's almost 12 o'clock, so.
I didn't know Greenberg was there.
I can't wait to rewatch the Pat McAfee show and see how crazy it was with Bill Belichick tonight.
Bill Belichick.
Not wait.
Wasn't Nick Saban supposed to be doing some analyzing?
Yeah, they did some before the draft. They did like a college game day.
I'm going to tell you right now, no disrespect, Cooper DeJean for me is not in the same is not as good as Max.
Okay. Which could probably explain why Cooper might fall out of this first round here.
Also in the injuries, too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that injury was
Cooper
definitely
DeJean
something.
plays Iowa's system plays a lot of off system. Max Melton is used to playing up and playing off. He has good eyes. Now he does get grabby, so
That's coachable. That's all. That's
Jerome Henderson can coach.
It'll take a little bit of time, but that's something that can be fixed easy.
Max gets his head around quickly. He shoots the hand to knock the ball away. And what most people don't realize also, he's a hell of a special teamer. He is, and he has, I think, in his career, 4 blocks in the punt game.
Wow.
Well, Coach Yama teaches it. They teach it. There's a technique that you teach where you have them.
Here we go. Final
instead
pick of the night.
Oh wait, go ahead.
Sorry. Final pick of the night, Carolina.
I know NYG. Are they still there? I know they were up close. He said. Pick me. That was good. Oh man, that was a good one.
Pick, 2024 draft. Carolina Panthers select Everybody got it?
Yep.
Mm-mm.
Hey.
Call it.
It's Xavier Legette from South Carolina.
That doesn't
That's
surprise me. That does not surprise me.
It surprised me more because he was slipping and they were saying, oh, he might fall into like the mid-second, and then to see Carolina jump the spot to grab him. But to be fair, during the draft process, apparently Legette had stated to people, I'm going to Carolina. He said, I'm going to Carolina.
And
he ended up in Carolina.
One state over, so.
Yep, that's it. And they said his upside is A.J. Brown level.
Yes.
Explosive and gets physical yards after the catch, which is a lot of what you see on tape. I watched that Georgia Bulldog tape. Oh, my gosh. Ridiculous what Rattler was doing in that game. And the Florida, too.
Exactly. So, I mean, he's definitely a good. He's a development, but he's definitely a good receiver.
He's somebody that, if all goes well, he'll be the closest thing they've ever had to having a receiver with the impact and production that Steve Smith had. With the proper development, that's what he could do.
You think Smith or more Musa Muhammad?
I'm thinking more Smith, just because Smith is considered the best in Panthers history. He's not going to touch that, but his production is going to get him close. I think.
Okay, if you're talking production, but when I look at him, if you're going to do that, I'm going to say more Musa Muhammad, almost the same size. He's probably a little bit thicker, but they're both big body. They developed into good route running. ESPN clown in Buffalo, they lose Diggs, and then they let two big receivers. Hey, that's not a bad art. But you can also get I mean, what you call it there is Mitchell is still there.
Yeah.
So you have Mitchell, you have Keon Coleman. So it's not like they Lad McConkey. So they can still get a receiver. That's the thing about this draft. This draft is in talent. So, and you see it, quarterbacks moving up, and the early receivers and the offensive linemen have pushed talent down. And then the other factor is because of the super seniors coming out of college with the extra year, it's also pushing talent down. So that's the thing. So they can cloud it, but I'm looking at it like, okay, well, what did I just say? There's cornerbacks as a Giants fan. Okay. But hey, if you want an offensive lineman, there's offensive linemen. So, but
yeah. And
last question before final thoughts, Alex and Coach. Would you take Newton if he's there over a DeJean or a Kool-Aid?
No,
I'm going to say no too. I would take Kool-Aid.
Mm-hmm.
Kool-Aid's there. I'm taking him because you would still get a Rook or a Sweat or a Eboigbe somewhere,
or Chris Jenkins
or Chris Jenkins.
Mm-hmm. Chris Jenkins, yeah.
So there's still a lot of names out there, but 3 hours and almost 4 hours almost. Mm-hmm. But I'm gonna send it around for final thoughts. Luca, Brian, and then Coach.
Can't lie, a pretty adverse reaction or opposite reaction to last year. I'm going with Fashanu. A lot of people seem like. Obviously this is, we haven't seen him on the field yet, but a lot of people see him as like the Andrew Thomas of like his class, because obviously you have Latham, the more Mauler type. You have Joe Alt, who's the, I guess they would say he was like the Jedrick Wills kind of type. You have Fuaga seen as the Tristan Wirfs kind of type, and they say, Thomas is the Thomas type is Fashanu. He's more technically sound. He does have some run blocking issues that the Jets will need to work on with him. But, you can't lie because, again, I explained the risks of not selecting an offensive lineman, and I explained that also he was top 2 on my big board at the moment because I had Bowers at 1, Fashanu at 2. I'm not going to complain because if Tyron Smith gets hurt, who's your backup? Mm-hmm. Exactly. Again, you could find yourself another – if you don't like the Brock Bowers miss, draft 2 receivers in this draft. Draft not 1, but 2. You could definitely do that. So I have no complaints.
All right. Brian?
Well, I'll make this I'll do a quick little summary. So overall, I would think we can all agree the top 6 was somewhat predictable.
Yes.
of the draft. After the top six, it all went loose. J.C. Latham going to the Titans at 7. Not expected that. Did not expect it. The freaking Falcons just going Penix screwed everything up. Ruined the entire draft. In fact, at that point, the only thing that made sense from there was number 9 with the Bears taking Rome and the Jets trading with the Vikings so they can get McCarthy. They get more capital, and they get the tackle they needed anyway, which was Fashanu. And then the rest of the way, it's just madness. Fuaga going to the Saints made sense. Bowers going to the Raiders confused people. The Broncos taking a risk with Knicks. Latu ending up as a Colt instead of them going receivers. I mean, it was just madness all the way through. But I will say my favorite thing about this was Tampa did what was necessary. Although I wanted Chop and I wanted to hit the defensive market and really solidify the pressure and finally make that defense the most difficult to face in the NFL, I also need to appreciate and trust that Bowles has things under control as the defensive coordinator of that team. He knows what he's doing. He's a great mind. He's one of the best defensive minds in the game. I got to trust that he knows what he's doing with this defense. And that's it. But the Barton pick was something that Tampa absolutely needed. They needed interior O-line. They needed to protect Baker. When he is protected, he plays so much better. And to have a natural center rather than a guy play out of position to be kind of pushed into the mold of a center, it doesn't work. To replace him with a natural guy who's going to develop into a really good player, I'm perfectly satisfied. And that's what I will take all day. So I'd say it's a successful draft for Tampa Bay so far. See how the rest of the way goes.
Right. Coach.
I'm sorry, Jacob. Man, that was a good one. That was a good one, Jacob.
Poor Chop.
As far as the Giants, you pretty much knew, especially once the board started going the way it did over them, where they were going to end up going. Of course, they tried to trade up, is what we heard, and couldn't get there. So, you take the best talent that you can and put it into a position of need that can help your team. It helps enhance your receivers room. I'm sorry, it does. I mean, because when you look at Neighbors and Hyatt and Slayton and Robinson, that right there, that's a young grouping, and they can grow together for the future, but it also can become a threatening type of a receiver combination over time. But, I get the concerns about Daniel Jones and the win now mentality, and, for that part of the fan base that just hates it because they want to get rid of Daniel Jones, period. Okay, I understand, but he's on your team. I want to root for the players on my team to be successful and help me win. I don't want to see them fail because I'm tired of where we are. So, bottom line is we still have work to do going forward, but we're in a good position. I really feel we're in a good position because there's also talent that's falling to us or falling down the board. So, looking forward to tomorrow. So, and thanks. I appreciate you guys having me on again. Always, I have nothing but love and respect for you guys. So, thanks.
All right, so to wrap it up, tomorrow night we'll have Luca will be coming in a little late, but Brian, do you have a raising hand or something?
Yes, it's the last thing I'm going to state, and I'm done for the night. Promise you.
Okay.
Per the San Francisco Chronicle, the Niners are now more likely to trade Deebo Samuel at this point than Brandon Ayuk. So there's a good chance Deebo will not be a 49er by the end of this weekend.
ESPN is showing the general manager and Raheem Morris right now.
So the Niners could be losing Deebo and sticking with Ayuk.
But tomorrow we'll be back with a couple of Giant and Jet fans alongside Luca and myself. Saturday we'll have a bit of a get to know the other teams, a little marathon because the draft is 6 hours, and sitting there just through 6 hours of picks is pretty torturous. Nonetheless, and then Sunday we got Knicks coverage for you. Game 4, Knicks 76ers. We'll be joined by Mitch Kofsky, of course, but we appreciate you guys. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Check out these fine gentlemen below me, Mr. Brian Mansell of the Brian Mansell Show, and of course, Coach Ed, who does a great job on Coach Ed's Amazing World of Sports. And he's also got his Twitter handle over there. So, again, we appreciate you guys, and we shall be back tomorrow night with more draft coverage. Peace out. See you later. Stay cool.